However, she always felt sad because the king and the queen had never allowed her to get out of the castle. That day was her 17th birthday. Although she got many presents, it still didn't make her feel better.
Why is everyone happy on their birthday except for me? Or can I give myself a present?
So, she found a way to climb down from the balcony. Then, she quickly ran to the square to have fun together with everyone. A while later, the king and the queen finally realized the disappearance of the princess. They panicked that they went to find her immediately. When people were having fun, from the sky, a witch flew down and landed right in front of Ariel.
Look how beautiful and matured my bride is!
Bride? Sorry, but I think you're a little confused here.
Kellen! Leave my daughter alone!
Ow! Hello, my parents-in-law. How are you? Today I come here to pick my wife up. Thank you for taking care of her abundantly.
Please spare my daughter. You had so many wives. They're not enough for you?
It's true that I had a couple of wives, but one more beautiful wife like this, that's not the problem.
I will never let you take her away! Quickly, leave here!
King, you forgot what had happened to your earlier daughter.
Earlier daughter? I have a sister?
So they didn't tell you. It's so embarrassing. But it's alright. I will gradually tell you when you're with me.
I won't go anywhere.
You don't have the rights to choose.
Then, he casted a spell to turn the people around into small animals.
Oh, no!
Now, do you think again?
You!
Suddenly, a unicorn appeared from nowhere and flew towards Ariel.
Hold me tight!
The unicorn carried her to fly to the sky, escaping from the witch.
Because you are so beautiful, I will be tolerant. But I only allow you to wander around for 2 days. If you don't come back, you won't have the chance to meet your family members again.
Together, the unicorn and Aryan flew continuously for the whole night. They just stopped when they felt safe enough.
Thank you so much. But who are you? Why did you save me? I'm Ayunani, your sister. You are my sister? With that figure? Was that because of Kellen? Yes, years ago, on my 17th birthday, he also came and forced me to be his wife. When I refused, he turned me into a unicorn. After that, I knew that the light scepter could lift any curse, so I decided to go find it. So have you found it? The light scepter is created from the sincere crystal, a measure of the bravery, and the necklace of the love. I just found out one of them. So how about the remaining items? Where can we find them? They're deep inside the black jungle where a ferocious giant lives. I tried to go to that jungle, but I still couldn't find anything. This time I will go find them with you. Anyway, 2 is always better than 1.
So they decided to go to the black jungle. They searched for the whole day, but they could find nothing. Suddenly, a giant appeared and wanted to capture them. Our nanny had her wings so she could easily dodge, but Aryan was captured by the giant. He took her home, detained her into a big cage, then went to prepare something. She looked around, then came up with a plan.
Poor you. The life here must be really tough. It makes you look so pale and weak.
You say that I'm pale and weak?
Maybe you're the weakest giant among the ones I have met. They could easily break a big lodge with their bare hands.
This is really easy to me.
So can you pull the gate off the hinges like they used to?
The giant immediately did it without hesitation.
What else can they do?
Quite impressive. But there is another thing which even I say you can never do it.
Quickly, tell me.
They usually tie themselves to a pile by a big chain. Then they use their power to break it down into pieces.
No big deal. Look at me.
The giant confidently wrapped the chain around his body to tie himself to a stone pile. Just waited for that, Aryan used her ribbon and tied it to a small tree stick. She used it to take the key which the giant had placed not far from there. Meanwhile, the giant was still struggling with the chain.
Goodbye, the silly giant. I'm leaving now.
You fooled me.
Anna ran out of the house. Her sister was really worried for her from the outside.
Arian, you're still safe? But how could you escape there? Buy a ribbon. You're so brave. Wait, Arian, raise your ribbon a little bit higher. Like this? Ariana, that ribbon is as long as your height. Is there any way that this is the measure of the bravery?
As soon as Almani finished her last word, the ribbon immediately turns into a stick.
Great! We only need to find the necklace of the love. I see that you're tired already. We need to take a rest to recover. We will continue tomorrow. Yes, sister.
The two sisters was sitting in front of the fire. At that time, Aryan noticed her sister's hairpin.
We have the same hairband. Because our parents made it by themselves for us. We were just 3 years old at that time. They can even combine together as a band. Yes, I haven't known anything. Parents always love us and give us the best things. I've always blamed them. It turned out they wanted to protect me. I miss them. Me too.
Strangely, when their tears dropped into the band, it immediately shone.
The band of love. It's the band of love that parents gave us. The light scepter! We made it! But how can we know it works? Of course we have to try to use it immediately. My light scepter, please help Ayunani lift the dark curse of Kellen.
Then, the scepter immediately shone and turned Aunani back to a beautiful princess.
It really works! We can save all the people, and we don't need to be afraid of Kellen anymore.
My brides, you both go too far. It's time to be back with me.
Kellen, I had the light scepter. I'm not afraid of you anymore. Light scepter, please help me defeat Kellen. Eliminate Kellen. Light scepter, I command you. How can it be? Clearly it worked earlier.
Eliminate Kellen. Always eliminate Kellen. You made me lose all of my patience.
No! Ayunani!
If you had been obedient, you wouldn't have been so miserable like this. I have both wealth and power. Who dares to offend me? And now, I'm not interested in you anymore. I will find a new bride. About you, just become a statue and stand on this wasteland forever after.
Light scepter, please help me purify the soul of that bad person and break all the dark curse to free everyone.
The power of the light scepter was stronger. It even surpassed Kellen's power. His scepter finally couldn't resist, and it broke down into pieces. Losing the scepter, Kellen also lost all of his magic.
Huh?
How could you do it? It didn't work earlier.
I have just discovered it. The light scepter was created from the good things, so we wouldn't be able to use it for bad things, even when we wanted to eliminate you. But when I want to save everyone, it worked, as you could see.
Then, the two sisters finally could reunite with their family, and they lived happily together forever after. About Kellen, he became harmless when losing his magic.
No, stupid giant! Release me!
In ancient Greece, monsters of a kind were isolated by the terrifying... Oh, I just wanted to ask you all to subscribe to the WOA Fairy Tales channel. If only I could be normal like a human, I wouldn't want to be scary.
Oh.
Among the famous monsters, the most beautiful was...
Welcome to the 16th birthday of Pink Medusa!
Medusa, the most beautiful monster with pink snake hair and a gaze that could freeze others. Incredibly beautiful, confident, and glamorous.
I wish I could be like her. I wouldn't be scary.
So beautiful, it's worth risking sneaking in here. Medusa couldn't live without this fame. Today was also the day she said goodbye to everyone, as she was old enough to attend the school for gods and monsters.
Finally, I can become even more famous, and the gods will notice me.
But the divine and demigod students were not impressed by Medusa's beauty. Medusa was surrounded by bullet-like glances as she tried to approach them. Stop! Don't bully the new students! Fortunately, Perseus, the most famous demigod student, protected Medusa. Let me take you to the monster dormitory.
Huh? Oh, all right.
This is not our place. The gods hate monsters very much. You absolutely must not get involved with the divine or demigod students. Always as confident as a star, Medusa couldn't bear this discrimination. She hatched a plan to regain her shining glory at the welcome party for new students. Medusa used her snakes to take control of Cupid's bow.
Don't look at that little goddess anymore. Let me introduce... I, Pink Medusa, the most beautiful monster in the monster world.
But the student audience was not as excited as Medusa had hoped. Never before had she been so disrespected. Medusa couldn't contain her emotions and accidentally activated her freezing eye.
Huh? You monster, you've frozen us. No, I didn't mean to, I swear.
Stop! Medusa can't control it. She didn't do it on purpose. The teachers will unfreeze the two students. No need to blame Medusa. Without saying, everyone knew that Medusa had started to admire Perseus. If he weren't a demigod, Perseus would have become a god on Olympus.
He's so perfect that monsters should stay away, especially you!
The disdainful glances from the gods and demigod students made Medusa realize that monsters like her couldn't be with Perseus.
I wish I weren't a monster. Huh? What is it? Huh?
Minotaur, Medusa's monster friend, couldn't understand why he suddenly caused chaos in the school. Perseus decisively lured the Minotaur out of the school, but he was caught in the monster dormitory. Fortunately, the pink monster appeared to rescue Perseus and the whole school. When Principal Athena heard about this heroic act, she arranged for Medusa to stay in the divine dormitory. Thinking about being with the gods, becoming famous again, Medusa eagerly accepted.
I agree!
Medusa's school life changed from then on. No one discriminated against Medusa anymore. She lived, learned, and played with the beautiful gods. Medusa became the center of attention, and even better, she became a couple with Perseus. The brilliance made Medusa more arrogant than ever before. She even imitated the divine students and turned her back on her monster friends.
If I still stay with those monsters, everyone will look down on me.
An incident occurred before the ceremony attended by the supreme Olympian gods. Medusa? Where is Medusa? Cupid, who had once courted Perseus, was frozen. Naturally, all suspicions were directed at Medusa.
She's the culprit. Last night I saw Medusa in the flower garden.
I did go to the flower garden, but it was to meet Perseus. I didn't see Cupid.
That's right, I was with Medusa. No one believed, even though Perseus stood up to defend Medusa.
They always see me as a monster.
Perseus reluctantly made a decision. He would keep Medusa's frozen eye. After the festival, Cupid will be unfrozen. Until then, she'll have to stay here.
Don't. Let it go. Medusa probably understands who her true kind is now.
Only monsters truly accept me. Why do I hate my own kind? I'm not even a god.
Suddenly, there were strange screams from the festival.
My eye feels cold. Could it be? I can't see! Snakes, guide me to where Perseus is!
Medusa was horrified when the snakes described the scene. The supreme gods had been frozen, and the students were terrified to close their eyes. And Perseus was the culprit.
Perseus? Why? It can't be!
Why not? It turns out, Perseus strived to become a great god because he wanted to be a god on Olympus, but he couldn't because he was only a demigod, so he hatched a plan to eliminate the Olympian gods. Medusa's freezing ability was the power Perseus needed. I seduced you actively, helped you achieve greatness, and...
Maybe you should close your eyes. Emotions make me lose control of my freezing gaze.
I used you from the beginning. I almost got in trouble because your eye didn't listen to me. You arrived at the right time. If you're gone, your frozen eye will be entirely mine. Medusa still felt her frozen eye, but couldn't wake it up, so she had to run away.
Run in my direction, Medusa!
Minotaur, why is everyone...
It doesn't matter. We can't let Perseus catch you.
But Perseus had blocked their way and froze everyone except Medusa, who couldn't see the light of day. Now Medusa understood that she needed people who genuinely cared about her.
No! No!
All the emotions within Medusa exploded, and her frozen eye was awakened. Perseus knew that the frozen eye had gone out of control, but it was too late. Medusa was hailed for stopping Perseus. but the only thing she needed was true friends.
Ooh.
The gods and students changed from that day on. Eventually, a monster like Medusa saved the entire school. Medusa became more humble, but no less beautiful. She still attracted everyone and lived up to the name Pink Medusa. Elphaba, the Western Witch, was always known as a wicked sorceress. She was defeated by Dorothy in her adventurous journey. But Elphaba wasn't as evil as you might think. In truth, she was just misunderstood. Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to follow the story. Since her birth, Elphaba had an unfortunate childhood. Her mother, wanting a healthy baby, was deceived by a shady salesman into buying a green elixir, promising exceptional strength for the child. However, the elixir caused her mother's demise during childbirth, leaving Elphaba with uniquely emerald skin. Elphaba was shunned by all of Oz and her distinctive green skin. More than worse, she suffered from an allergy to water. Merely touching it would cause her to melt. Time passed and Elphaba lived in solitude without any friends. Only comfort was her ability to use magic, likely due to that green elixir. Elphaba studied day and night to gain admission to Shiz University, the prestigious school for witches in Oz. And that moment finally arrived. The young witch was determined to become the top student. After graduation, she hoped to become the assistant to the Great Wizard Oz, a position every witch coveted. Then she could ask him to lift her green curse and finally gain acceptance from everyone.
Oh, look at the path!
This was Glinda, a beautiful and famous witch from the north. With her noble background and reputation for being charming and kind, Glinda seemed to be the opposite of Elphaba. Maybe that's why they didn't initially get along. Elphaba believed Glinda was insincere, while Glinda thought Elphaba was a misfit. To their dismay, they were roommates.
You have no right to cross this line. Who cares?
In the days that followed, Glinda easily became popular among the students, while Elphaba spent most of her time alone. She focused on her goals and showcased her extraordinary talents.
Dear teacher, from now on, let's just follow this yellow path to reach the Emerald City.
Well done, Elphaba. Keep excelling, and after you graduate, you'll be Oz's assistant.
Hey, Elphaba, have you picked an outfit for the evening party? Not yet. Here, this hat is quite stylish. You'll catch the eye of many handsome boys.
As predicted, at the party, everyone laughed at Elphaba, and no one wanted to dance with her.
Haha, fool! You actually wore that ugly hat. Ah! Hey, watch out!
Surprisingly, Glinda realized how kind-hearted Elphaba was. Maybe her pranks had gone too far. Glinda apologized and invited her to dance. From then on, a deep friendship developed.
You know, I had to work hard to overcome my family's shadow. I've always had to be perfect in my parents' eyes, or else I'd be deemed inadequate. And I truly admire you, Elphaba. You've been striving without anyone's support. I've been striving so much mainly to gain acceptance from others.
Over the years at Shiz, their friendship grew stronger. They studied together, excelled together, and supported each other. But on graduation day, the coveted position of being the wizard's assistant went to Elphaba.
Congratulations! You truly deserve it.
Glinda couldn't help but feel disappointed in herself.
You worked hard too. How about we visit the Emerald City together?
After a joyful day in the Emerald City, Elphaba and Glinda excitedly set out to meet the Oz Wizard. Elphaba's efforts were leading up to this moment.
I wonder what the wizard is like.
But the wizard wasn't what Elphaba and Glinda had imagined.
Why bring the other? Leave! So, you're the best student from Shiz. Fine, I'll give you a test. Give this monkey wings. Well done, young lady. Now, do the same with these monkeys. They'll make excellent minions for me.
Elphaba began to suspect something was wrong.
You're not a real wizard. You're just a fraud.
These inventions made people believe Oz possessed magic and worshipped him. He also took in top students from Shiz as assistants, promising to teach them advanced magic. In reality, he was using their magic for sinister deeds, and turning them into mindless monkeys to hide the evidence.
I won't let you get away with this!
Guards, go get her!
Things kept happening for a week, but Elphaba was nowhere to be found. To protect his secret, the wizard blamed Elphaba for the chaos, accusing her of trying to take over the world. Rumors of the wicked Western Witch spread.
Elphaba, traitor! Unacceptable!
Glinda confronted Oz, pledging to join his side to uncover the truth.
Yes, the Good Witch of the North!
During this time, Dorothy, a girl who had been swept into Oz by a tornado, arrived.
Follow the yellow path to see Oz and return home.
However, Oz would only help Dorothy if she defeated Elphaba. Glinda and Dorothy followed Oz's lead to find Elphaba.
Remember, Elphaba is allergic to water.
The little girl splashed water on her, causing Elphaba to melt. Later, the girl returned to Oz to report. But of course, Oz couldn't help Dorothy get back home because he was just a fake.
Don't worry, you can return home by tapping your heels together. Thank you so much.
In the end, the people of Oz celebrated Elphaba's departure, without realizing everything had been part of Elphaba and Glinda's plan.
You! Why are you still alive?
Fool, did you really think I would betray Elphaba so easily?
After escaping Oz, Elphaba's first stop was Glinda's. She received wholehearted trust from her friend. Glinda pretended to side with Oz to gather information. She came up with a plan to make Elphaba disappear. By creating an illusion of water, Elphaba performed a masterful melting act. In the midst of Oz's celebration, Elphaba secretly entered his study and uncovered evidence.
For so long, he has deceived everyone. This is his invention that turns people into monkeys. Isn't that the missing student from Shiz University?
The crowd united in boycotting Oz and held him accountable for his actions. Elphaba received the sincerest apologies. Let's not rush to judge others based on false rumors. From that on, no one discriminated against Elphaba.
I am a monster, and during every full moon, a dreadful event will occur to me. I transform into a human. Yes, you heard it right. You didn't mishear.
Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to follow the story. From ancient times, humans have been the eternal enemies of monsters. Ancestors of humans hunted monsters to obtain precious items. Believing that these items could cure all illnesses and grant them extraordinary powers. In the eyes of monsters, humans are a deceitful and wretched species. After centuries of battle, monsters were defeated by the unity of humans. In the end, they had to hide and vanish, with no one seeing a monster anymore. Aria is a half-breed, her father being an octopus monster and her mother a human. When she was born, her mother passed away due to an illness, and she grew up with her father. However, as a half-breed, she would transform into a human during every full moon, and had to live in seclusion. This makes her very self-conscious, and despise the human part of herself. Although no one knew she was a half-breed, Aria was ostracized by the Kraken clan due to her unusual appearance. She had no friends, and lived in solitude. When she turned 18, according to the common rule, all monsters were required to attend Elemental Monster High.
You'll start school tomorrow. Try to make friends with other monsters and never reveal your half-breed identity, alright?
Yes, Father.
Are you ready, my dear?
Oh dear, do I have to go to school like this?
Yes, it's the first day. It has to be grand.
Accidentally, Aria bumped into the most famous trio of the school, Celine, Zara, and Layla. Celine, known for her delicate personality and aversion to dirt, became extremely annoyed.
You little brat! Are you making fun of me? I'm sorry. Since you only have one eye, try to open it wider and look. Stop it, Celine. She already apologized. Go!
After a few days of getting acquainted with the school, Aria understood the mission of Elemental Monster High, which was to teach monsters how to use their powers to protect themselves from humans. She reminded herself to give her best effort.
Today is the day for testing your abilities. Show your strength to be classified. To utilize your powers effectively, you must focus and have absolute confidence in your own abilities.
Well, what did you expect? It's a piece of cake. Watch this! The power of a sandstorm! Don't think you can easily attack me. The power of blood, activate!
Excellent.
Then it was Aria's turn, but she clumsily attempted to use an offensive spell. Due to her lack of confidence in her abilities, the water spell from Aria was easily evaded by the snake monster.
Ah! Help me, Master!
That's too bad.
Ah, be careful! You might turn into stone! No, Master!
Well, what a mess. Listen up. Celine, Layla, Zara are in the S class, while Aria, you've exceeded my tolerance. F class.
Celine was surprised by Aria, a seemingly weak and clumsy person who turned out to be incredibly kind.
Huh? It seems you still haven't gotten used to using your powers, huh? Yes, I'm still very weak. Take your time to improve. I'm hosting a party tonight. Will you come?
The party took place in the lavish castle of the vampire clan. But when they arrived, everyone saw Aria, a low-ranked monster with an ugly appearance, and they mocked her, not approaching her for conversation. Aria bowed her head, feeling sad and insecure about her own self. All eyes were on the trio of monster girls, and Celine stood out the most.
Why am I so ugly? I will never be like them, right?
Aria ran away from the party, consumed by her own self-pity.
Ah! It hurts so much! What kind of dark magic is this?
On her forehead was the symbol of an octopus, catching Aria's attention, reminding her of her Kraken lineage. Suddenly, Celine, Layla and Zara entered. It was then that Celine revealed her dark plan of revenge. Celine had used dark magic from the vampire clan's ancient spellbook to summon this demon.
Oh my, that's so creepy, Celine. Are you insane? You've become a demon and you're afraid of demons! The power of this demon will turn humans into monsters. From now on, we won't have to hide. We'll dominate the world. But for now, I don't know how to awaken it. Let's keep it here for the time being. But why do we have to do this? I saw with my own eyes how humans hunted and harmed my mother. That's why I vowed to eradicate humans from this world and avenge my mother. Join us! That monster must be connected to your Kraken lineage!
Aria, always despising the human part within her, wanted to erase it. Erase humans from the world. Thus, she agreed. Since joining the group, Aria gradually lost herself. Aria tried to keep up with them. Even though she found the monster food at the school revolting, Aria forced herself to eat it, pretending it was delicious. Aria even started collecting artifacts to resemble Layla. She slept for 12 hours a day like Zara. And she changed her appearance and acted cleanly like Celine. The friendship between them gradually became closer through joyful experiences. This was the first time Aria felt accepted. In addition, Aria often stayed in the library trying to awaken the demon from the underworld. Aria discovered that the only way was through a legendary sea stone of the Kraken clan. Several hundred years ago, the stone was created by sorcerers and was being transported to the royal family when it accidentally fell into the sea. Since then, the Kraken clan possessed it. This stone can only be activated on the full moon. Aria left the school and secretly dived into the deep sea to bring the sea stone back.
Please use this stone to awaken the demon on the full moon! But I can't participate. I'm injured. Oh, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. You guys go for it. How can I do it if I'm cursed as a human during the full moon? But it's alright. Just one more day.
On the night of the full moon, Aria indeed transformed into a human. With no other choice, she had to escape in embarrassment.
How awful! I hate myself. Ouch!
Are you alright?
I'm fine, just stay away.
He thought she was a visitor and took her around the village. Upon arriving in the village, they saw people throwing tomatoes at each other. Seeing her curiosity, he explained that it was the tomato throwing festival, a special ritual where the locals pray for a fruitful harvest in the new year. Aria acted disgusted, but under the enthusiasm of everyone, she quickly assimilated and joined them. She also visited a museum and learned that monster hunting had long been banned. The hunters had received fitting punishments. Celine's plan was a mistake. Humans had changed. They didn't deserve to be destroyed. But it was too late. The other three girls had awakened the demon. It attacked the village and turned all the villagers into hideous creatures. Aria returned to school in horror.
Success! Now the human world will face destruction. No! Celine! The demon has returned! It's out of control. Be careful, it might attack. This is so frustrating!
But it was too powerful for the three of them. They started feeling remorse for what they had caused. The demon will destroy everything.
Everyone, stay calm! We will fight against it together! Arya? It's you? What is happening? Yes, I am a hybrid between human and monster. You can blame me or mock me, it doesn't matter. Now nothing else matters. I just want to save everyone.
The three monster girls were shocked to learn that their longtime friend turned out to be a hybrid. But before they could question her, they had to keep the demon occupied.
Seriously, you've exhausted me, Arya!
Because the sea stone belonged to humans, only those with human traits could pull it out of the demon.
Let's go, everyone!
As soon as the stone was pulled out, the demon disappeared, and all the cursed beings turned back into humans. The chaos was resolved. Arya stepped forward and explained everything. How humans had imposed a ban on monster hunting long ago.
Arya, ever since I met you, everything has been chaotic. But you have given me true friendship. That's right, we understand now. From now on, humans and monsters will live in peace.
Since then, Arya no longer felt insecure about her human side. She lived freely and true to herself, ready to do what she loved. Monsters and humans formed a peace treaty. Elemental Monster High also changed its rules and welcomed hybrid students.
Now leave your thoughts and comments below.
What would happen if one day Barbie was adopted by a vampire family? Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to follow Barbie's story. Barbie is a young orphaned girl who lives in an orphanage. Because of her exceptional beauty, she was adored by everyone. Many people want to adopt her, but Barbie continues to decline their offers. She harbors a longing for the day when her grandmother, Ruth, will have the means to take her away. Every month, she is visited by her grandmother.
Keep our meetings a secret, my dear. When will I see you again, Grandma? Lately I've been feeling so peculiar. I fear I might be losing my mind. Be patient, my dear. You will soon find the answers you seek.
However, Grandma has been absent for quite some time, and instead, Barbie encounters an enigmatic and eerie family. The father is Jordan, the mother is Sandra, and their daughter is Buffy. They openly express their desire to adopt her.
No way! Where is my grandma?
It turns out they are descendants of Grandma Ruth, and also Barbie's true family. What's even more astonishing is that they are all vampires. Sadly, Grandma Ruth passed away due to an attack from a rival vampire clan. They lost a key member and are now facing a great danger. She left a will, bequeathing all her assets to Barbie. From now on, Barbie must be adopted into the family. She is the heir. Barbie went from one surprise to another. However, to protect the legacy her grandmother left behind, Barbie decided to go along with this family.
Is this a vampire castle? It's so terrifying! Quickly, drink this. It will help reveal the true forms of vampires. Vampires don't cast reflections in mirrors.
Henceforth, Barbie won't be able to gaze upon her own beauty.
Why am I lying in a coffin like this?
It turns out, vampires sleep during the day and are active at night.
All right, I'll just have to endure it. But this room is exceedingly unsightly. Much better!
Although Barbie is the leader, she finds herself isolated within her family.
You're excessively tender-hearted and indecisive. You're hardly fit for a leadership role.
Barbie can even perceive their emotions as colors, thanks to her unique ability. After observing for many days, Barbie realizes that this family consistently radiates somber emotions, as if they must suppress their true selves to appear serious. This sharply contrasts with Barbie's confidence.
There's something on your face. What? My beauty?
She disregards their taunts and continues to express her uniqueness. Dressed stylishly and unconventionally. And live in harmony with her true nature, further intensifying the friction between her and her family. Barbie cannot accept their dark and apathetic way of life. Nor does she wish to engage in hunting and consuming gruesome food like them. Conversely, they are incapable of comprehending Barbie's flamboyant sense of aesthetics. Mr. Jordan and Mrs. Sandra are very strict with their daughter.
Ada, how can we defeat our enemies like this?
Buffy has grown indifferent towards everything. Only Barbie knows the truth. And perhaps Buffy, like Sandra and Jordan, they are also imposing themselves too much into a mold. Each day, Barbie and her family train to combat the attacks of rival vampire clans. However, despite her relentless efforts, Barbie is unable to match their strength. Consequently, Barbie concentrates on her other unique abilities.
Come on, Barbie. If you persist in this manner, Grandma Ruth's legacy will crumble.
Barbie firmly believes that they are making the mistake of imposing themselves without exploring their individual personalities. Living like this brings them no happiness. Barbie is determined to help everyone reconcile and express themselves more freely. She presents Buffy with an instrument, recognizing her passion for music. Barbie's uninhibited expression of herself begins to have a positive influence on Buffy. Barbie aids Sandra in discovering her love for flowers, and assists Jordan in pursuing his passion for research and reading without constraint. Gradually, the family becomes more harmonious. Barbie encourages everyone to freely express their unique traits. They develop together. On the night of the village festival, Barbie encourages Buffy to perform for the villagers.
I doubt the villagers will appreciate me.
Sandra was once subjected to mistreatment by the villagers due to her eerie appearance. Sandra does not want Buffy to endure being regarded as an outcast as she once did.
Yet you possess genuine musical talent. Do not allow anything to hinder you.
Consequently, Buffy musters the courage to perform in front of the villagers. And the entire family joyfully dances together.
Ruth is no more, and there is no one left to shield you. Surrender all your assets to us.
Everyone, go ahead. I shall obstruct their path. You shall not seize our abode.
We shall employ our full might to combat them.
I do not believe that is a wise course of action. The strength of a vampire is contingent upon their unique abilities.
For instance, Barbie's strength has been unveiled through her commitment to living authentically.
Therefore, let each of you harness your individual passions. There is no need for violence.
They argue amongst themselves as the invaders draw near, threatening to breach the door.
Cease your quarreling at once.
Ruth's apparition recounts tales of the past. Her daughter, Barbie's mother, was much like her.
Why do you persist in eccentric attire? Can you not behave in a more conventional manner? I no longer wish to lead such a life, Mother. I aspire to explore the world and spread positivity to all. Discontinue the use of that emotion-reading ability. It's futile.
This marked the final meeting between Ruth and her daughter. Ruth had secretly searched for her for a long time. However, in the end, she discovered that Barbie's mother had passed away, leaving only her granddaughter behind. Ruth was profoundly saddened and remorseful. The generations of imposition and repression had caused her descendants to suffer. Ruth had protected Barbie and included her in the will, believing that with her benevolence and freedom to express her true self, Barbie could bring about change within the family.
It was also my plan to introduce Barbie to the new family and continue developing the legacy I left behind. I understand now. Thank you, Mother, and thank you, Barbie.
They all proceed to follow Barbie's advice. Sandra uses carnivorous plants to deter the invading forces. Buffy plays her instrument, causing them to dance uncontrollably. Just then, Jordan cleverly leads them into the traps he has set. Barbie, with her extraordinary ability, manipulates their thoughts and compels them to depart. From that point forward, Barbie lives happily with her new family. They respect each other's preferences. Petite cakes are not useless, and those who appear peculiar and unique are not to be feared.
It was a night of blinding snowstorm, where the wind screamed as if each snowflake was a cruel cut into the unforgiving sky.
Oh, God. Please let the baby be born safely.
Since ancient times, every child in the Fox clan would be born with a magical number. This number was tied to their tails, determining their strength and partly the personality they would carry throughout their lives.
Why is it just one tail? My child, why are you so different? What will your future be like?
The baby who had just been born was Ahri. At the age of 10, Ahri saw someone who looked just like her for the first time, apart from her mother. That person was Aren, the current leader of the Fox Kingdom. However, Ahri's mother seemed uninterested in this fateful encounter.
It's futile. As long as you and your daughter submit, we will ensure its safety.
I will never submit to a wicked creature like you. The Ice Fox clan will not fall because of me. Because of me.
So, what are you planning to do?
In the end, to protect the little Ahri, her mother had to sacrifice her beautiful tails. As for herself, she created a snowstorm to sweep away the wicked demons. That was the first time Ahri experienced true pain. She became an orphan with a deformed tail. Ahri decided to go down the mountain to seek help in order to avenge her mother. The bustling capital city looked so strange in the eyes of the young girl. In the Fox Numerology Kingdom, there were 9 clans living together. Each number was associated with a different personality and destiny. The 3-tailed fire foxes were known for their liveliness and dynamism. The reliable 4-tailed grass fox and the emotional 8-tailed water fox were quite harmonious together. In contrast, the 6-tailed earth fox and the 5-tailed wind fox were in fierce competition to prove their strength. The rebellious 7-tailed thunder foxes, on the other hand, liked to isolate themselves. Everything only ended when the 10-tailed light fox intervened to mediate. The 2-tailed ice foxes, sensitive and fragile, had been wiped out by a catastrophe, leaving only Ahri as the last successor.
What is this? An ice fox with just one tail? How peculiar.
No one paid her much attention because in their eyes, Aren, the 9-tailed dark fox leader, was a very responsible person. Driven to a dead end, Ahri hid in a mouse hole to nurture the hope of revenge someday. Years passed, and the once frail Ahri had been hardened by the harsh realities of life. She even became the queen of wanderers and misfits. Finally, the opportunity came when Aren announced a selection competition for a special team. Growing up in the slums, fighting for survival day in and day out, Ahri was initially very confident that she had no rivals. Until she met Amber, the firefox.
I won't go easy on you, you know. Please!
Ahri soon realized that, due to nurturing and proper education, Amber's skills were superior to hers. Although they tied in the end, Ahri had exhausted herself. What angered Ahri the most was that Amber always had friends who loved and supported her, something the solitary Ahri could never have.
Come on! Being in the final round is all right. Forget about her.
That's right. You're about to meet Lord Aren as you've always wished.
The conflict reached its peak when Amber realized that Ahri had no respect for the leader she admired. However, ironically, they were grouped together to carry out the mission. Despite being enemies, Amber took action to help Ahri, setting aside their differences.
Aren't you supposed to hate me? Yes, but we're a team, and I'm sure you have your reasons. We just haven't understood each other yet. I don't know what happened between you and Lord Aaron. As for me, he saved my family that year, so he's incredibly kind to me.
That's because you don't know the truth about him.
That's right. Right or wrong, let's meet him together to find out. You could be wrong and I could be wrong too.
The location of the main competition was the ancient ice mountain.
It's strange. Where are the other groups?
It means we're the first ones here. Let us scout ahead.
What they couldn't believe was that the once mighty Fox clan leader, Aaron, had changed.
No!
Don't act recklessly.
What's happening?
That evil fox is trying to steal the tails of other foxes to gain immortal power. This competition is just an excuse.
It's because of me. All because I didn't trust you.
Your trust wouldn't have helped at this point, Amber. We need to defeat him and expose his crimes to bring justice to our friends. When they regained their composure, Amber and Ari realized that Aaron's power as a nine-tailed fox was connected to darkness.
That means he's weakest when the first light of day appears.
Exactly! This is our only chance! The bond between the two fox girls grew stronger from that moment. Ari, who was familiar with the snowy mountains, took the position to distract Aaron from the magical battlefield.
Our little one has grown so much, hasn't she? I knew you would come back. You're just like your mother.
You have no right to mention her.
Is that all you have? You're still so weak.
Ahri had no intention of fighting directly. She fled to prolong the time and lure Aaron away from the battlefield. When Ari's body could no longer withstand the strain, the first light of day appeared. The moment they had been waiting for had arrived. Without hesitation, Amber rushed at terrifying speed towards Aaron's weakening magical field. But they had underestimated the wicked fox. The fragile light was not enough to put him in a helpless situation. Realizing the imminent danger, Ari desperately broke the encirclement for her friend. However, it was too late. Amber, along with her friends, became prey to the magical field.
Ari, you can do it. Please carry on for us.
No! No! Ahri was overwhelmed by the extreme pain that few could endure. She witnessed her loved ones leaving right before her eyes.
Using the tails of other fox clans will only turn you into a demon like me. Adding one more tail, you won't beat me no matter what.
No! I will never become a monster like you.
Not one, not two tails. But when Amber's fiery red tail touched Ahri's body, she transformed into an 11-tailed fox, the number of the gods. Aaron's resistance caused two strong magical currents to collide, forming a strange connection. The spirits of Ahri's mother and Amber appeared one after another, cheering Ahri on from the sidelines.
Mother, Amber, hold on to it tightly. Ari, you're amazing. That's right. You're not like him. You're an amazing fox. Quickly defeat Aaron. But if I destroy him, everyone will also disappear. Don't worry. I'm always by your side on every path.
With that answer, Ahri's strength surged exponentially. The wicked fox, Aaron was no longer a match for them.
You all! I will take revenge!
The magical connection disappeared, but the spirits of Ahri's mother and Amber appeared, cheering her on.
Don't cry, be confident, and I will give you a gift.
When the snow melted, the gift that her mother mentioned indeed appeared.
We haven't been completely absorbed by Aaron, so we've come back, but it's a pity about your mother. I know, in fact, what remains is just an illusion. My mother merged into the beautiful snowflakes long ago. The battle ended, and the villain was punished. The Fox clan celebrated and unanimously honored Ahri and Amber as protectors of the kingdom. From then on, they, along with their sacred friendship, devoted their all to protecting the peaceful life of their people.
Today's story concludes. Thank you for your support. Each view is a tremendous encouragement for us to create more interesting new stories. Don't forget to subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to help us reach 1 million subscribers soon. Now, share with WOA Fairy Tales your emotions after watching today's story. Once upon a time in the distant kingdom of Anmak, there existed a mischievous tribe of fox spirits living apart from the human world. The fox spirits, who were well known for their intelligence and agility, possessed a tail capable of creating extremely useful fire. However, in opposite to their ferocious appearance, the fox spirit tribe was really gentle and kind. During the night, they used their tails to create warm fires that illuminated and provided warmth for the entire kingdom. The Fox Spirit clan had always lived in secret, deep within the forest. However, recent rumors began to spread that the Fox Spirits were attacking humans. At the same time, human was also in panic and fear because many of them had mysteriously lost or been killed without clear reasons. Thus, the human started to doubt that the mysterious fox spirit tribe living deep in the forest had murdered them.
The fox spirits are the culprits. We were chased by a fire of fox spirit.
The villagers were terrified and determined to overthrow the fox tribe. Besides, the tribe of fox spirits became more mysterious with the appearance of Sophia, the fox princess. She was so beautiful, with 9 tails that set her apart from her own tribe, who only had 1 tail. The unique appearance attracted many discussions among the foxes. Our princess has a really unique tail. What good is having 9 tails if you can't create fire? It's useless. That's the fact. Sophia was born in a mysterious red moon night with 9 beautiful tails, but she possessed no special magical abilities, not even the power to create fire. This worried the king and queen, as they feared for Sophia's future without any extraordinary powers. Under the protection of the king and the queen, Sophia grew up happily. That year, when she reached 18 in the grand palace of the Fox Spirit tribe, everyone was celebrating her birthday with joy and dancing, when suddenly a group of people arrived to attack them. The Fox Spirit tribe was caught off guard. Everything was like a chaos. Everyone ran away in panic. At that most dangerous moment, the king and the queen had to take the princess to a secret tunnel behind the palace. But they could only get Sophia to safety before being unable to escape. No! Dad! Mom! No! Poor Sophia, in just one night, lost both her parents and her entire fox tribe. She ran through the night in tears before being exhausted and fainted. In her dream,
the king and the queen appeared right in front of her. "Oh, my little princess, I'm so sorry."
Run far away. Find a safe place and live well. We will always be by your side.
"Dad? Mom?" At that moment, joyful celebrations echoed from the direction of the palace, making Sophia hurtful. She couldn't understand why humans had such hatred for her fox spirit tribe. To find the truth, she decided to return to the palace of Fox Spirit Tribe. Sophia was astonished while seeing the human was celebrating right in front of the glamorous palace of her tribe.
The peace is back! Fox Spirit is defeated! We don't have to be scared or to worry anymore!
It turned out that the people in the village had been experiencing mysterious deaths for a long time, and they believed that the Fox tribe was using their fire-producing tails to harm humans. At this point, Sophia began to understand the reason why humans wanted to exterminate the entire Fox tribe. "It's not right! Our Fox Spirit tribe could never harm human! We have always wanted to live in peace! There must be some misunderstanding here!" Then she immediately snuck into the village to investigate further. Suddenly, a suspicious-looking fox appeared, sneaking out from within the village. Nobody else seemed to notice, but Sophia was the only one who spotted it. "That guy is Fox Spirit? Why haven't I seen him before?" Sophia, with full of suspicion, decided to follow him into a deserted forest. Suddenly, an old woman collecting firewood approached. The fox immediately rushed there, causing the old woman to scream in horror and faint. Sophia really panicked because she had no magic power, so she couldn't attack him. To save the old woman, Sophia decided to take a daring step by taking off her cloak and throwing it to the wicked fox spirit. Luckily, the cloak wrapped around the fox's head, causing him to stumble and fall down a nearby slope. Right at that moment, the villagers finally came as he had heard the old woman scream. They saw Sophia, the nine-tailed fox spirit, standing next to an unconscious woman. They immediately misunderstood that she had been the attacker. Then they chased and attacked her. Sophia fled to a cliff. The villagers then also got there and surrounded her. "I don't harm human! You all misunderstood me!" Not believing that, the villagers immediately attacked her. Suddenly, a light appeared and brought her away. Sophia could easily escape, but that only confirmed in the villagers' minds that she was a wicked nine-tailed fox who always harmed humans. She woke up in the forest and saw her parents' soul. "My little princess, your father and I will always be with you. Watch you every day. Stay strong, my dear." Seeing her parents' soul fading away, Sophia was filled with sorrow. It seemed her parents had used too much of their energy to protect her, so they had lost the last energy to survive. Looking at her parents sacrifice themselves for her, Sophia was heartbroken, and that strengthened her determination. "I have to restore the honor of the Fox Spirit Tribe." Once again, she decided to return to the village. However, she was better prepared. She diligently practiced martial arts day and night, always in a state of readiness for combat against that evil fox spirit. To prepare for the worst case, she always brought the sword along with her. However, no matter how hard she had tried, her 9 tails still couldn't make fire. That was the strongest weapon of the Fox Spirit Tribe. But she was helpless with herself. "Why can't I produce fire, no matter how hard I've trained? Am I truly useless?" Then, on the mysterious dark night,
The howling of wolves sent chills down her spine, and she felt something wrong. Sophia quickly rushed to the village and discovered large, suspicious footprints. It's too dangerous. I have to act immediately. Following the footprints, she reached an abandoned temple at the edge of the village. She was so astonished when seeing all the villagers who had been attacked and gone missing were imprisoned there.
Hello, beautiful Princess Sophia.
Sophia bewilderedly looked at him, and she exclaimed in astonishment, "Dad?" Yes, a face looked exactly like the majestic king of the Fox Spirit tribe. Also her revered father, but with a starkly different demeanor.
You must be terrified and full of suspicion now. Let me introduce myself first. I'm Morris, your father's identical twin brother.
My father's brother? But why? Why did you harm those innocent people? They haven't done anything to you.
It's all because of your father!
He told her the story from that year. It turned out that in the Fox Spirit tribe, there were two prince brothers who deeply loved each other, Maris and Felix. The elder brother Maris should have been the one who inherited the throne. However, for no apparent reason, their father chose Felix as his successor. Maris had been really angry, unable to accept the reality. He killed all the innocent creatures, then became a terrifying demon. Seeing his older brother lost his goodness, Felix devised a powerful plan to prevent further harm. Then, on a night with a blood-red moon, the same night when Sophia was born, a deafening howl, just like a wolf's, echoed through the forest. Felix rushed to the source of the sound, but it was too late. Maris had escaped and disappeared. Then years later, at that day, he came back for revenge. The king made a perfect decision because he had seen through your evil nature and ruthless mind. As the princess was about to finish her sentence, Maris prepared to end her. But suddenly, the crowd began to gather outside.
The show is about to begin.
Like a flash, he jumped onto the roof and left. The people arrived and found Sophia at the scene. Their anger and resentment swelled. They took her away without giving her a chance to explain. Sophia cried out in despair, unable to provide any clarification because Maris also came from her lineage. The villagers lit torches one after another and threw them towards her.
Your Fox Spirit tribe will have to pay for what you caused.
Everything is not like what you saw. Our Fox Spirit tribe is innocent. Quickly, a large fire burned out, swallowing Sophia's anguished cries of injustice. In her desperation, the spirits of the king and queen appeared once again beside Sophia, using their last remaining strength to create a protective circle of light that shielded her from the raging fire. Maris watched from a distance, satisfied that he had finally avenged Felix and the Fox Spirit tribe that he despised the most. The sky suddenly darkened and the moon turned blood red. Maris's bloodlust surged even stronger. With a maniacal howl, he went on a rampage, attacking everyone around, creating chaos. The horrific scene unfolded before Sophia's eyes, igniting a burning rage within her. Unleashing a surge of power she had never experienced before. The flames were extinguished, and Sophia emerged with a stunning, formidable appearance. She was breathtakingly beautiful, with 9 fiery tails. With the power of her 9 tails, she quickly defeated Maris to the surprise of the villagers. The battle ended, the evil was punished, and the truth was revealed. restoring the fox spirit tribe's honor. And human had a different look at the fox spirit. Sophia took the throne to lead the kingdom. She allowed humans and fox spirits to coexist peacefully. Her parents were proud of her. Then their souls faded away forever. Under the ocean, there exists a place so terrifying that no one dares to approach. It is the Forbidden Sea. They are separated by a strong barrier, preventing any creature from venturing near. But only Marina, the stubborn mermaid, always yearned to explore the mysteries of this sea. I have explored every corner of the sea. Huh? Only the Forbidden Sea remains, and I must conquer it. Immediately, Marina sought out Azure, her beloved, to share her desire. Azure, I am very curious about the Forbidden Sea. What do you think if we explore it together?
But it's very dangerous there. Many creatures have entered on their own and never returned.
If you say so, then I will go alone.
Huh? Huh? No, I am your love. I will go with you.
Both of them swam tirelessly day and night, and finally reached the barrier. Huh? Marina couldn't wait any longer and swiftly approached it. Carefully, Marina slowly reached out and touched the barrier.
Marina, leave this place before it's too late!
Be quiet! Marina looked at the barrier and summoned the energy of the sea. Marina cast a spell at the barrier, instantly breaking it. Marina and Azure easily swam deep into the depths, to the very bottom of the ocean. I am about to become the first to set foot in the Forbidden Sea! Suddenly a sound echoed, causing the ocean to churn. Release it! Azure quickly pulled Marina away from the monster. When capturing Azure, the octopus sprayed poison on him. Marina slowly regained consciousness, shocked to see the octopus disappear, leaving only Azure lying still. Marina hurriedly went to Azure's side and carried him out of the Forbidden Sea. In a safe place, Marina couldn't help but feel the pain of seeing her loved one in danger. I'm sorry, it's all because of me. Wake up, Azure. Suddenly, the god of death, Hades, appeared. He is the one who governs and collects the souls that have passed away in this sea.
Azure, come here.
Hades immediately trapped Azure's soul in a container. Please don't take him! Everything is my fault! Give me a chance to save him! Even if it means trading my own life, I will accept it!
Resurrecting the dead is difficult unless you gather 1,000 souls.
I can do it, please! Give it to me! So Marina became the servant of the god of death. Hades gave Marina a sharp scythe, a tool for collecting souls.
Now you look more like the god of death.
Marina began her journey to collect the souls. While she was traveling, she came across a sunken ship. They might have run out of oxygen, making it difficult for them to escape the obstacles. Marina forgot her task of collecting souls to resurrect Azure. Suddenly, Marina remembered. No! I'm sorry! I have no other choice! So she got what she wanted. But in Marina's heart, she carried the weight of guilt and remorse. Marina continued to carry the scythe to collect souls. She swam through colorful coral reefs. Unconsciously, Marina thought of Azure. Now Azure is just a lifeless body. I can't leave him like this. What am I doing? I disgust myself. But for Azure, I will never give up. To collect 1,000 souls takes a lot of time. Huh? I have to speed up to meet Azure again. My chance has come! Huh? Huh? After all, Azure is everything to me.
Due to just giving birth, the seahorse father is no match for Marina. But the seahorse father doesn't give up and uses his last strength to save his offspring. In an instant, Marina took away the lives of many creatures. It seemed that the cruelty and ruthlessness gradually consumed Marina's consciousness. She disregarded everything to collect souls, even those creatures that were not destined to die, causing families to be torn apart, lives to be lamented.
I have collected enough 1,000 souls for you.
Ooh, well done, Marina. You're more resourceful than I thought.
I have completed the mission. Please resurrect Azure.
All right, then.
Strangely, after being resurrected, Azure suddenly became completely different.
What have you done?
Azure was trapped in the container along with the restless souls. Because you unreasonably took their lives, the vengeful souls turned them and other souls into darkness.
You!
Give me back my soul!
Marina, frightened, searched for a hiding place. A horrifying scene unfolded before her. Due to the darkness, Azure became increasingly cruel and ruthless.
I disregarded everything and took the lives of thousands of innocent creatures to trade for Azure's life. But the one I loved is no longer there.
Burdened with guilt, Marina sought out the god of death.
Please, show me how to restore Azure to his former self.
Go collect another 1,000 souls!
No! I don't want to be the servant of the god of death anymore!
How dare you!
I would rather be a normal mermaid than be your servant and be corrupted to do evil!
If you give up the power of the god of death, then Azure will easily defeat you. Huh? Huh?
Only this way can soothe the resentment within Azure.
No!
Hades erupted in anger and immediately took back Marina's sight. With no weapon left, Marina lost her form and the power of the god of death.
You will pay for this betrayal!
Azure!
Thanks to releasing the innocent souls, Azure was no longer consumed by darkness. But once again, Azure sacrificed his life to protect his beloved.
No! Azure! No! Please save Azure!
There will be no more magic for him.
Then please let me disappear with Azure to meet him in another world.
That's too easy for you. Your punishment is to live alone in this world. You will repent for your mistakes, and only when you have served enough time will you be reunited with your loved ones.
Marina realized that taking the lives of innocent beings for her own gain was selfishness, not love. And changing the laws of nature, resurrecting the dead is impossible. In conclusion, destiny always cannot be easily altered. After that great loss, Marina worked diligently day and night, helping others, hoping to redeem the mistakes she had made. Marina believed that in another world, Azure would find solace in seeing her efforts. Today's story ends here. Please subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale for more wonderful and touching stories.
What would happen if a poor girl attended a fashion school meant for the wealthy? Of course, there's just one thing.
I'm sorry to inform you that your daughter, Elia, will have to drop out. It's been months since you couldn't pay her tuition.
Our poor girl, Elia, refuses to accept that. She secretly quits school to work extra. However, she doesn't know her mother is taking on more exhausting jobs to cover her tuition.
Elia, you cannot drop out. So what if the academy kicks me out? You don't understand, Elia. If you don't attend, no one will recognize you. I don't need their recognition. Elia, you're not the heroine of WOA Fairy Tales. You're the one who doesn't understand.
Elia quickly stops being mad at her mother. However, she hesitates and doesn't know how to apologize. Elia's mother isn't angry at her either. The mother and daughter quickly reconcile. Elia had a happy childhood, living in a wealthy family. However, her father fell ill and passed away early, leading to the loss of their luxurious life. Despite becoming poor, Elia, her mother, and two sisters still live happily together. Elia is skilled at embroidery. She wants to become a fashion designer, creating outfits that bring smiles to people's faces. Life is always harsh. When entering the Fashion Academy, Elia, a poor girl, is looked down upon by everyone.
Look at that raggedy dress. Why not use the money to buy something else to wear? It's an eyesore. Oh, thank you, Sandra, for being a piggy bank for me. Bye-bye. Wait! Guess what it is?
That's the ticket to participate in the biggest fashion design competition of the year at school. Only deserving students get a chance to enter this competition. While the wealthy girl, Sandra, quickly qualifies for the competition, no miracle happens for Elia, even though she eagerly awaits it. Disappointed, Elia is used to the fact that no matter how hard she tries, life doesn't bring her anything good.
I think you deserve this. Don't worry, I found this ticket while working. This is your chance to prove yourself.
So, Elia gets to participate in the fashion competition like Sandra. Sandra spends a lot to buy the most expensive materials, creating a high-end dress highly praised by the judges. Except for the principal, who also happens to be Sandra's mother. She thinks the materials were wastefully used. In contrast to Sandra, Elia's dress is made from leftover fabrics. Although charming, the judges feel it doesn't fit the elegant design criteria.
I believe Elia's dress has exquisite sewing and design techniques, the best among today's contestants.
Thanks to the principal's support, Elia advances to the next round. However, this hurts Sandra's feelings. Before the second round, Elia's confidence plummets. She doesn't know how to please the judges.
Elia, just be yourself. Thanks, Mom.
Encouraged by her mother, Elia quickly finishes her dress. In the second round, Sandra is extremely confident. She has a surprising plan. Sandra chooses the theme, the Rebellion of Currency. She transforms into a golden demon, captivating the audience. No one has ever dared to express themselves as boldly as Sandra. This excites everyone except Sandra's mother. Nobody can match Sandra, except Elia. Ironically, Elia chooses a completely opposite theme. She becomes a pure silver angel, serene and innocent. The competition becomes intense. No one knows if Sandra or Elia will win.
You look wealthy today. A silver dress, huh?
Sandra, you have thrown a lot of money at my face, haven't you? Both contestants were outstanding today. However, Elia is the winner. Her dress balances craftsmanship better than Sandra's. I object. Elia doesn't deserve to be here. She used someone else's golden ticket.
Huh?
Is that true? Yes, it is. It wasn't mine. I'm truly sorry.
For using someone else's ticket, Elia is disqualified. Heartbroken, she runs off the stage, into her mother's arms, and leaves. On the other hand, Sandra's mother isn't pleased with her daughter's actions.
I'll surely win this competition. Stop it. You're wealthier, have an easier life than others. But I also tried. Sandra, you lack empathy for others. What about me? Do you empathize with me?
Angry, Sandra jumps out of the carriage and storms off. Her anger clouds her senses. In a dark alley, there must be thugs. To them, Sandra is like a fat prey.
Here's money. Leave.
Hey, she's got money!
It's time for kidnapping and extortion, bro.
No! Stay away from me! Someone help me! Hi-ya! Sandra, run!
Even losing her money, Sandra didn't expect Elia to be her savior. She's not only shaken after the robbery, but also unfamiliar with the warmth of Elia's humble home. People here care for each other, unlike at Sandra's house.
You need to cry harder, Sandra. Yes, Mom? Here, for you. Huh? Why, Elia? Otherwise, keep wearing raggedy dresses, Sandra. Huh? No, thank you.
After an investigation, the principal discovered that Elia's ticket was originally a discarded one. So, she restores Elia's right to compete. During the final night, the dresses are hidden under covers. Due to the lack of preparation time, Elia hasn't finished her final dress. Sandra offers to help, but Elia refuses.
Thank you, Sandra, but I want to win through my own efforts. Elia, I've been searching for you. This dress belonged to your father and me. It has no value. No, this is all I need. This is the dress I designed. This dress I dedicate to my family. As long as I persevere, I'm sure that my efforts will be acknowledged. You're amazing, Elia! But now it's my turn.
Everyone fell silent, in awe of the beauty that's in Sandra's dress. A harmonious combination of the cheapest materials, but with exquisite design language, elevating the elegance of the final product.
This dress, I want everyone to wear it. The rich, the poor, as long as everyone is happy. Elia, I dedicate this dress to you.
So the competition has ended. Ultimately, Sandra emerged as the winner. Nevertheless, Elia accepts this outcome. She quietly leaves the stage, awaiting her fate. She'll have to drop out of school.
Your tuition issue has been resolved, Elia. How's that possible? Because I paid your entire tuition for you? Sandra, it's not that I look down on your poverty or inability to pay tuition. It's just... I bought your dress design. It's quite beautiful. Don't play the pig to eat my money.
Thus, everyone was happy. When people suddenly lost something precious, they often fell into despair and agony. The tale of Princess Sophia serves as proof of this. To follow the stories unfolding, subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales channel to find out the outcome. From the day she was born, Sophia never lacked anything. She indulged in endless pleasures, neglecting her royal duties, much to the dismay of the king and queen. Whenever her father fell ill, Sophia would be busy playing, forgetting to inquire about his well-being, until the kingdom's sorceress reminded her to visit.
Tomorrow is your 18th birthday, and the whole family will be going on an outing.
How boring!
But sadly, that trip turned out to be the last time Sophia would be with her parents. The whole family was attacked and robbed by bandits. Sophia was gravely injured, and both the king and queen lost their lives.
Father, Mother, wake up! No! You filthy folks! You've harmed my family! I despise you!
Hearing the dreadful news, the kingdom's sorceress rushed to the scene and couldn't help but feel sorrowful.
Quickly, take the princess away from here.
After the sudden departure of her parents, Sophia seemed to turn into a different person. She became irritable and difficult with everyone.
You filthy servants! Leave this place!
Princess, calm down. Come outside with me to soothe yourself.
While walking, Sophia spotted a girl who looked exactly like her, named Grace, stealing a piece of bread.
You! Dare to have a face like mine? Catch her for stealing!
Please forgive me. I just want to save my severely ill brother at home. He's been hungry for days.
I loathe poor and despicable creatures like you!
Princess, spare her. She's also a victim of circumstances.
Don't speak further! Take her away!
And so, Grace was taken to prison. Every day, Sophia visited the place where Grace was held, looking at her, and the memories of the bandits who ruined her family resurfaced.
It's because of people like you that my family is in ruins! It's all your fault!
Please forgive me.
Suddenly, the sky turned pitch black. Thunder rumbled, and lightning struck between Sophia and Grace, causing both of them to be thrown back.
Quickly take the princess away from here.
After a while, Grace woke up, exclaiming in Sophia's voice.
What's happening? Why am I now Grace?
Sophia had turned into a poor, ugly girl imprisoned in the dungeon.
Release me! I am the true princess!
While Grace became the beloved princess, adored by all.
Please release Grace. Our family is in dire straits, forcing Grace to act this way. Release her.
I'm not going anywhere! I am the princess of this castle! You deceitful soldiers! You will pay for this!
Back at home, Grace's parents hurried to the side of a little boy and started crying. It turned out to be Grace's severely ill brother.
Sister Grace, please stop stealing food. I can endure it.
Sophia realized that Grace did those wicked deeds only for her family.
Take everything valuable and give it to me.
Please, give us more time. If the debt isn't paid in 3 days, I'll take this girl.
Never. Even if we have to sell everything, we will never do such a thing.
Sophia realized that no matter how poor they were, Grace's parents still showered her with love and protected their child fiercely. She reflected on her past life of wealth and how she had been consumed by material pursuits, neglecting her family. Such simple happiness, which Sophia had never experienced before.
In 3 days, you must bring the full amount to repay the debt, or I'll take her away.
Grace's parents were extremely worried, working tirelessly day and night. Sophia reflected on her past actions. She had never helped Grace's parents with anything, only causing them more trouble. After deep contemplation, Sophia rushed to help Grace's parents with their work. Gradually, Sophia forgot her princess identity and integrated into the lives of the poor people, earning money with Grace's parents and caring for her brother. The 3 days had come to an end, and the family finally collected the owed money and brought it to Felix's house. Grace's parents and Sophia entered, seeing many poor people weeping.
Please have mercy and reduce the tax. We're already struggling. Right on time. How dreadful.
Sophia handed the money to Felix and noticed a golden comb and a precious gemstone that the Queen and King often carried with them while alive. The items were displayed in Felix's cabinet. Sophia snatched back the money and grabbed the Queen's golden comb.
Why do you have this comb? It belonged to the Queen.
How dare you!
He's the one who harmed the King and Queen of this kingdom, abusing his power to oppress the poor. We must stand against him.
That's right! Arrest him for his crimes!
Everyone rose up and attacked Felix and his soldiers, causing a riot. Felix angrily drew his sword to attack Grace and Sophia's parents. Sophia immediately led Grace's parents and fled straight from the mansion. Felix swung his sword towards Grace's parents, but Sophia quickly pushed them aside and caught it. The old sorceress and Grace arrived on the scene.
Quickly, capture that criminal!
Let me go! Let me go!
Father, Mother, it's me, Grace, your daughter.
Only then did the old sorceress laugh gently and wave her hand, and lightning struck Sophia and Grace again, causing both to fall to the ground. Sophia and Grace woke up, returning to their original bodies.
I did this to help you understand that not all poor people are wicked. You need a multifaceted perspective when judging situations. I have observed your time with them, and I feel that you have truly changed. And I asked Grace for help without revealing the truth.
Thank you for helping me find the right path. I apologize for my thoughtless actions towards you. Forget about it. You also helped my parents a lot.
From then on, everything returned to normal. Sophia no longer harbored prejudices against the poor. She lived harmoniously, embracing kindness and empathy. The entire kingdom overflowed with prosperity and happiness.
Beautiful Princess Psyche, the youngest princess loved by the king. Princes of neighboring countries eagerly asked to marry her with countless precious wedding presents, but Psyche still refused. She wanted to find a true and sincere love. One day, Psyche was absorbed in following a 7-color butterfly and got lost deep into the forest. Suddenly, from the bushes came a very scary sound. Psyche worriedly ran away, but unfortunately, she was tripped over a tree branch and fell to the ground.
You! Who are you? I am Princess Psyche, the only daughter of the king. You must not be rude to me.
Hello, Miss Psyche. I have heard of you for a long time. You are more beautiful than rumors say.
I don't know you.
Van stretched out his hand. The vine sprouted and curled around the princess.
Help me! Help me!
A young man appeared out of nowhere, shot an arrow into the vines, causing Van to scream in anger.
Who dares to sneak a shot at me? Huh? How brave you are! Let me teach you a lesson.
The boy's arrows were quickly brushed aside by Van. Looking at Van's rough body, he suddenly had an idea. He quickly climbed up the tree, took out 2 flints from his pocket, made fire arrows, and shot them down to where Van was reaching out his long arms to grab the young man.
It's hot!
The young man approached the princess and gently helped her up. The two fell in love at first sight. Unfortunately, Hell, that brave young man, was dumb. Hell took the princess back to the palace and said goodbye. From then on, Princess Psyche often hid from the guards to sneak out of the palace to walk with Hell. Even though they couldn't talk, they both understood each other's heart. Then one day, just returning from the palace, Psyche received news like a bolt from the blue. Van brought the princess's bracelet to propose.
This is our betrothal, Your Majesty. She has agreed to marry me.
In Wales, as long as a girl gave something of hers to a man, it meant that she had agreed to marry him. Psyche froze, checking her hand, the bracelet probably falling when she tried to chase Van away. The only person who could testify for her was Hell, but he was dumb. The pained Psyche could only cry and lock herself in her room. The king loved his daughter very much, but there was nothing he could do to save her from this marriage. The news of Princess Psyche's marriage quickly spread throughout the kingdom. Hell heard about it and went to the palace to testify. Because he couldn't speak, the soldiers stopped him right from the gate. Psyche desperately looked at the wedding dress hanging on the wall, decided to take her life away by eating the wild plant clinging to the window wall. Before she has gone forever, she heartbrokenly left a farewell letter expressing her love for Hell. Meanwhile, Hell quickly disguised himself as a guard and sneaked into the princess's room. What a pity when he came a step late.
Psyche!
The king looked at his beloved daughter, who had left the world in pain, and he collapsed.
Please take care of her body. I will find the goddess of life and ask him to connect her lifeline.
Hell overcame thousands of waves to reach the sacred tree, where there were 3 goddesses of life: goddess of past, goddess of present, and goddess of future.
Please tie Psyche's lifeline. I will pay any price for you to do it.
But all 3 goddesses shook her heads in denial. We can't interfere with human life. You had better go home. Go to the underworld. Steal the box containing the fire of Psyche's life. But it is forbidden to open that box in the middle of the road. Remember to bring a piece of cake for the 3-headed mastiff when you go through the gate. Hell bowed his head in thanks to the goddess of the past and began his journey to the underworld again. Hell alone climbed the path and waded through the forest in the dark to reach the underworld, where people were afraid just hearing the name. On the way to the underworld, he passed through a forest, accidentally encountered a tiger trying to attack an old woman. He immediately raised his bow and shot. Thank you, young man. I have nothing in return. I would be very happy If you accept this little bread and honey from me.
Oh, this is exactly what I need. Thank you very much.
Hell said goodbye to the old woman and went into the deep forest. A short distance away, he came across a witch who was being crushed by an old tree.
Help me! Please help me! I give you this magic cloak. Put it on. You will become invisible. It can go anywhere if you give the order.
When Hell had just walked to the door of the underworld, he heard the growl of the mastiff. Hell quickly threw a piece of bread covered with honey to the dog, causing the dog to obediently lie down to eat. Hell gently went deep inside, looking for a place to store the fireboxes of life. Among thousands of boxes, Hell finally found a box named Psyche.
I finally found you. Psyche, wait for me!
Please release me! It's so dark in here! I'm scared!
That's Psyche's voice. Maybe she woke up.
Hell, it's too hot in here! Please let me go! I'm begging you! I can't take it anymore!
But the goddess of the past said I must not open this box.
That's because she wants to lock me! Please, let me go, or I won't be able to return to my body. Haha, I'm finally free.
Get back to the box, Psyche.
The noise woke up the mastiff. It sniffed and chased after Hell. Hell was scared as he ran and tried to jump up to catch the fire, but unfortunately tripped and fell. His cloak came loose, revealing his body. His scream awakened the queen of the underworld. Close the door of the palace. Catch anyone who dares to come here to cause trouble. Hell was scared to see the flames floating in front of him, and quickly grabbed the cloak of invisibility and threw it at the fire.
Cloak, quickly bring the flame to the princess. Psyche, I love you.
The cloak heard Hell's command, quickly flew up, caught the fire of life, and quickly escaped from the slowly closing door.
Your Highness, I accept all punishments from you.
Very well. I will tell you the price of trespassing here. Hell was quickly tied to a hot copper pillar. Meanwhile, the cloak also brought the flame of life back to Psyche. The princess woke up to the amazement and joy of the kingdom. Unfortunately, when she returned from the dead, she forgot all her memories, even Hell. Who am I? Where am I? Would Hell escape from the flaming underworld to return to the princess? And would the princess remember the deep love that the...
What would you do when you were able to live in the Magic Land? Magic Land was where people all had the ability of using magic since they had been born. They used those magics to serve their own life. That day, Magic Land welcomed a new member. They called her Glenda. Since she was born, Glenda had owned a great magic power. When Glenda was 15, with her power, she left her peers all behind. Her power could even compare to the elders in the village. so that the elders always worried that their position would be taken away by Glenda's power. By sweet words, they always advised her to control her power for not making people around her injured. Glenda believed that, so she tried her best to control it, prevent it from exploding, but her magic power would never decrease. They couldn't stay there and wait her to develop more. The elders came up with another plan. They performed some rituals to seal a part of her magic power. Although she didn't want it to happen, she still did it because she thought about the safety of the people she loved. When the ritual was about to be performed, Glenda's mother suddenly came and interrupted it.
Stop it! You're not allowed to harm my daughter!
We just seal a part of Glenda's power. We won't harm her. This is a necessary thing for all of the people in Magic Land.
Mom, it's okay. I voluntarily do that. No, they're fooling us. A friend of mine who works for them heard that they want to take all of your power, even your life away.
Being afraid that everything would be ruined, the chief of the village used his power to attack Glenda's mother.
No! Mom!
Perform the ritual, now!
The elders immediately recited the mantra to control Glenda's powers. However, it's not enough to weaken her magic power. It seemed that the rage inside had made her power explode. The elders were all knocked out far away.
Mom, are you alright? I'm alright.
Afraid of being destroyed by Glenda, they had to bow down to beg her.
I'm begging you, please, think about everyone and stop it. We will let you use your magic. I know a person who can help you become stronger, provided that you promise me you will never use magic here.
After waiting for her mother to recover, Glenda decided to leave the village and look for the one that he had mentioned. Because she knew that, if she had stayed there, everyone would also be scared of her, and she was worried that she would carelessly hurt someone. That talented man lived alone on the top of the highest mountain in the region. Glenda gave him the introduction letter of the chief of the village, and he allowed her to stay there. During the time staying there, the master gave her the strange lessons to practice. She had to keep a small leaf balanced on her head. Run on the high piles, throw the magic balls into the center of the woods without breaking it. Or the light practice, instead of the strong practice with magic. Although she didn't get the meaning of those things, she patiently followed what he had instructed. Until one day, she realized that her power didn't get better. It was even weaker than before. She was up all night tossing and turning, couldn't hold her curiosity back. She came to ask her master.
Now I am able to control her power. And I can also place some seals to prevent the power from exploding. The time ahead, I don't need to worry about that anymore.
You connected with them to trick me?
Glenda, it's not what you think.
I'm leaving here!
If you dare to do that, I will take all of your power away.
You're all unreasonable!
When she was about to use her magic to attack her master, she realized that her body had no strength. Glenda saw herself being detained in a room when she woke up.
Glenda, come down and listen to me.
I won't listen anything! I believed you, but you are not different from those guys. All of you just want to take my power away.
Every day, the master always patiently advised her, but she didn't listen to anything. In those days, she just tried her best to break all of the magic seals. In the end, with her intelligence and outstanding magic talents, she was able to break all the seals and got her magic back. And finally, she could break the door to get out of it. Hearing the noise, the master immediately went there to prevent. But her power was so strong that the master was also blown away and got his body injured.
I will take the revenge. I will teach those selfish guys a lesson so they won't be able to disturb me anymore.
In the silent night at the village, a loud noise woke everybody up. Everyone was all surprised when seeing Glenda. Feeling that she was there with no goodwill, they immediately attacked her. However, Glenda easily overpowered the elders. One after one was defeated by Glenda's power.
I always listened to you, put up with you, but all of you just want to put me into the corner. Today, I won't forgive you anymore!
Suddenly, she felt hurtful. The power that she had summoned was overloaded. Her body couldn't resist it anymore. Seeing that, the elders took the chance to eliminate Glenda. Luckily, the master appeared on time to prevent it.
Glenda, you have to be the one who controls your power. Don't let it manipulate you. Remember the lessons that I taught you.
Listening to him, Glenda naturalizes her power as what he had taught her before. Thanks to that, her power was stable again.
Why did you help me? Wasn't that you connect with those guys to harm me?
It's true that they sent you to me to control your power, but I didn't do that. No one had the right to take your power away.
You did that thing! You made my power not grow anymore?
Because I saw that if your power was too strong, you would hurt yourself. To unleash your power as you want, you should learn how to control it, then practice more to become stronger.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood you for the whole time. I even hurt you.
I'm alright, as long as you don't hurt yourself.
Can I come back to learn more from you?
Glenda, now I have nothing more to teach you. However, there is so many new things about magic out there in this world that I haven't even known. You're a genius. Don't let your talent be buried here.
But what should I do when I get no one beside to instruct me?
You are a kind and brave girl. I believe that you will know what you should do.
Yes, my master.
Glenda said goodbye to everyone and set out. She rode the wind to wander everywhere to find the freedom, the new challenges for her life, and to help all the people in difficulties.
We always thought that magic would make everything in life easier, but in fact, would this be true in all cases? Or would it make things even more complicated? Let's find out with WOA Fairy Tales. Once upon a time, there were two kingdoms that existed in parallel and lived peacefully together, named Human Land and Wonderland. Unlike Human Land, where humans lived and there was no magic existed, Wonderland was the land of mystical creatures possessing magic. If a person in Wonderland fell in love and vowed to live with the other half of Humanland, that person would lose all magic. Of course, Giselle, the optimistic princess of Wonderland, was no exception when she decided to marry Philip, the courageous prince of Humanland.
My dear, I know you love Philip very much, but if you take all your magic from now on, you will no longer be able to talk to animals, give life to trees, control things.
Don't worry about me. I believe that if Philip is by my side, I will always be ready to adapt and overcome any difficulties in the future.
Okay, I hope you and Philip can live happily together. And this is my gift to you. Keep it carefully.
I will! Thank Father, I love you!
After stripping all magic, Giselle and Philip entered the magical door and returned to Humanland. To the welcome of everyone. However, when Giselle was about to turn out small gifts to give to her subjects, she realized her magic had gone.
Giselle, are you okay?
Nothing. I just haven't gotten used to the absence of magic.
It's okay. With me by your side, I believe you will soon get used to life here.
Giselle nodded and started living a magic-free life with Philip from here. Soon after getting married, Philip had to travel to visit neighboring countries. Only Giselle stayed at the palace and learned to adapt to life. However, things were more difficult than she imagined. For example, Giselle couldn't make beautiful clothes by herself, so she cut the curtains to sew a lovely dress for herself. Or when she had trouble cooking, she tried to call the squirrels and birds to help, but because they could not understand her words, they accidentally destroyed the kitchen and caused a fire in the palace. After everyone put out the fire, Giselle apologized to the maids and sadly returned to her room.
I wish Philip were here right now. If I had magic, these troubles wouldn't have happened.
When Giselle's tears fell on the necklace, suddenly the necklace gave off a magical light and turned into a wand.
Princess Giselle, I am the magic wand, a gift from your father. Knowing that you would have trouble living here, so he gave me to you. To help you perform all the magic you wished for. If you could give treasures of equal value. I can help you fulfill all your wishes, except for saving or harming anyone. Is that true? If so, my wish is to have the ability to talk to all living things. Even though I'm very sad at the moment, I don't want people to worry, so I hope I can talk to the animals like before. Okay, I will help you with this, but the price you have to pay is your wedding ring. The ring? But this is the treasure of my love with Philip. But I've been wanting to confide with someone lately. So sorry, Philip. I have to give the ring to the magic wand.
Immediately upon obtaining the ring, the magic wand granted her wish.
Princess Giselle, don't be sad. We're always here to help you.
Little chipmunk, now I can hear your voice again. Thank you so much, magic wand.
However, Giselle did not expect that her wish made it possible for all people in Humanland to hear the voices of animals, because her wish lacked a subject.
Ah, I can hear the birds thanking us for feeding them. Yes, I can also hear you talking.
Seeing everyone so happy, Giselle thought the magic was working well on everyone, so she went out to chat with the animals without noticing a dark smoke billowing from the magic wand. With the magic wand, Giselle gradually regained her confidence in Humanland. However, Giselle's wishes gradually increased, as she thought that the people of Humanland needed more magic to live happier lives. So, she traded her taste buds to help the plants have souls, care for themselves, and harvest for each other. Giselle even traded her laughter to help people have a more brilliant winter festival with more fairy miracles. Unfortunately, the more Giselle wished, the more she felt that her body was tired, irritable, and had a dark smoke emanating from her body. Moreover, although Giselle's wish came from kindness, Human Land was a land of humans, so they couldn't get used to the magic created by her, so their life was gradually turned upside down and disordered. Therefore, the people were very upset and criticized her magic, making Giselle feel extremely pitiful, resentful, and increasingly losing her temper. Even when Philip arrived and rushed to see his wife's situation, it could not stop Giselle, who was gradually losing control. Giselle, please calm down.
Get out of the way! I'm just helping people throw a party, but look at them! They're not understanding my good intentions, even criticizing me.
It's not like that, Giselle. I apologize for not being with you during those times, but I believe they only had a little misunderstanding and difficulty when they came into contact with the magic.
It's also hard for me without you by my side and having to live in a place where magic doesn't exist. I tried to be happy while being sad, but they just had a little trouble with magic and they were already screaming. So, with this wand, I wish everyone in Human Land lived in a magical world like Wonderland to understand me better.
But this wish of yours is too big. You must trade your most precious thing, Princess.
There's nothing more important than proving that a magical life like Wonderland will make life better here. Grant this witch magic wand.
Okay, if you want.
As Giselle swung her wand to grant her wish, the entire Wonderland gradually appeared and released many fairy characters into the human world. However, that huge source of magic caused the people to panic, and the whole festival seemed to be completely destroyed. While Giselle was happy with her wish, she suddenly heard a scream.
Prince Philip, please wake up! Get out of here before those roses hurt you!
What happened to Philip?
What happened? Philip is the price you have to pay when you want Human Land to be a magical place like Wonderland. So I just put him into an eternal slumber as an adequate compromise. You should be happy.
But I didn't expect that the person who had to pay for my rash actions was Philip. Magic wand, please bring Philip back at any cost.
Nothing of you can take Philip's life now. Just as I have reminded before, I can't say.
Hearing the magic wand's words, Giselle seemed to collapse and looked towards the chaotic scene before her.
You see, Princess, although you meant well to everyone, because of your reckless and immature actions, you caused unpredictable consequences, causing everything to gradually become chaotic.
I understood my mistake. Please put things back the way they were.
But if that's the case, you will have to give up all your magic once again.
I think, even though the absence of magic brings me a lot of trouble, but if I keep this magic, there will be many people who will suffer because of my selfish actions, including Philip. As for Philip, I vow to take care of him for the rest of my life to make up for my shortcomings.
Little princess, you finally understood your lesson.
Father!
From the magical gate, Giselle's father cheerfully appeared and used the magic wand to turn everything back to the way it was. After completing the restoration of Human Land, Giselle's father walked over to Giselle and Philip and helped the son-in-law to regain consciousness.
Little princess, first I'd like to apologize that we intentionally gave you this wand as a connection to magic in order to see if you're really alright living in Human Land. And although a lot of unfortunate things have happened, you must be very happy to see things return to the way they were. And I believe you have learned a valuable lesson for yourself after all this.
I knew my mistakes and understood how important it is to adapt to change. It's not about making things work according to my own preferences, but always having a purpose to act positively towards both myself and others.
Above all, life's greatest enemy is yourself. Therefore, you should learn to rise up on your own. Then your fear will completely disappear.
After that, Giselle gradually learned to control her emotions, and once again tried to better herself while living in human land. In the end, Giselle became a talented queen, standing side by side with King Philip, bringing peace to both kingdoms.
Each of us harbors colorful emotional spirits within our minds. Notable among them are joy, sadness, anger, and disgust. They take turns controlling all the activities of the brain, helping us express our emotions outwardly. Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to follow the stories of these spirits. Audrey was a special princess. She didn't know how to show sadness. That's because the sadness spirit disappeared from Audrey's mind after the biggest event of her life. Audrey's mother passed away from a severe illness when Audrey was 16 years old.
Don't be sad anymore, Audrey. Be strong and always try to appear optimistic to protect Alice, my dear.
Audrey decided to change completely, never to be weak again. After this terrible event and the sudden departure of sadness, joy, the happy spirit, took control of Audrey's mind. She controlled everything and buried all the painful memories. Other emotional spirits like anger and disgust had little chance to influence Audrey. The princess became nothing but a shell of excessive happiness and optimism. Everyone thought she was peculiar. As the years passed, Audrey remained cheerful. She loved her little sister dearly. However,
Why do you always smile, even when something bad happens? Are you crazy?
even when Alice fell or got sick, Audrey just stood there and smiled. As time went on, Audrey found it increasingly difficult to control her emotions. Everything turned for the worse, and one day she couldn't even force a smile anymore. She fell seriously ill and fell into a deep slumber. In her mind, the emotional spirits began to panic. They couldn't control her anymore. Alice, worried about her sister, sought out a healing wizard.
Audrey has lost the ability to control her emotions. She always had to pretend to be happy, so the other emotions were suppressed. And Audrey's sadness spirit has also disappeared. If she's not treated quickly, Audrey will lose consciousness and live in vegetative state.
Please help my sister, please!
The wizard then granted Alice temporary access to Audrey's mind. The girl needed to find sadness and save her sister before it was too late.
Is this the world inside Audrey's mind? It's terrifying!
It's all your fault, Joy.
Ugh! Exactly! You've been controlling our owner excessively! Calm down! Sadness caused this. She's the one who wanted to hurt our owner. Huh? Alice, what are you doing here? Leave! It's dangerous! This kid, always causing trouble.
Alice requested everyone's cooperation to find sadness. Only that could help Audrey.
I think we should try to find a place where Joy buried all the sad memories.
That's pointless! Those memories may have been destroyed. Huh? Come on, Joy! Time is running out. We have to try everything.
With no other option, Joy had to leave everyone there.
I buried them here.
However, Joy had buried them too deep, and over the years, those sad memories had frozen.
Frozen now! Oh well, they can't be opened anymore! I have a way! Hey, Anger! Actually, I don't like Audrey at all. If she stays sick, I'll become the queen! What did you say?
The flames spread to the ice, melting it. Suddenly, the sad memories resurfaced. They entered into memories of all the precious and special moments, even the times when the two sisters argued and criticized each other. Even moments when Mum was seriously ill. Audrey cried her heart out beside her mother's bed.
Huh? I remember now! We used to have so many emotions like these, didn't we?
But Audrey had hidden them all, not wanting to appear weak.
Yes, the memories are all precious. But sadness touched them and tainted them with the blue of despair. I couldn't accept that, so I had a terrible fight with sadness, and that's why she left. You're really over the top!
The sudden outburst of sad memories sent everyone running after them.
Ugh. Look, they're heading towards the Castle of Despair. Sadness must be hiding there!
But strange mosquito-like creatures began to appear and attack everyone.
Oh, I hate these anxiety mosquitoes!
Give up! No one can save your owner! Someone's lying! One of the spirits is a liar!
More and more mosquitoes swarmed in.
All right, everyone, let me handle this.
She scolded the mosquitoes one after another, making them fly away in fear. They searched everywhere, but couldn't find Sadness.
Ha ha ha, don't bother looking. I took Sadness away. What good about someone like her? Whenever Sadness controlled Audrey, our owner seemed to lose all vitality, only able to cry. I actively created hope, but Sadness would crush it with disappointment.
Joy kidnapped Sadness to fulfill her mother's wish. However, Sadness had created storms of clouds due to being imprisoned for too long. This was Joy's plan to keep everyone grounded and find a way to eliminate Sadness forever.
It's not going well. Come here quickly. Go, Alice! Save Sadness!
Alice clung to the swarm of mosquitoes, which carried her to where Joy and Sadness were.
It's over, Sadness! Fine. I'll do whatever you want. No! Get away quickly! Joy, isn't this the wrong way to save Audrey?
But Joy was stubborn and wouldn't listen. Alice felt helpless and could do nothing but cry like a child. Until now, she had always been protected by her sister. Her sister had sacrificed so much for Alice, but even in the final moments, she couldn't protect her.
Oh, Alice!
Both of them shared their sadness, helping each other relive the pain. Thanks to that, Alice gradually regained her composure. Alice expressed her most sincere gratitude, a thank you she wanted to convey to Audrey. Joy realized her mistake and was crestfallen. Only Sadness could truly understand and empathize with Audrey's and Alice's sadness. Every emotion, including sadness, had its own value. To mature, Audrey had to learn to face her own emotions.
I understand now. I'm truly sorry, Sadness.
The unnecessary conflicts were resolved. Now, all the emotional spirits joined forces to drive away the dark clouds. They understood that they needed to harmonize their emotions and accept sadness as an essential part of life. Alice successfully helped her sister overcome the emotional crisis.
Thank you, Alice. It's okay, sis. I'm here now. From now on, let me take care of you.
From then on, the two sisters always shared everything and stayed by each other's side for the rest of their lives.
Have you ever felt melancholy because you had to live the life of a supporting character? Always standing in the shadow of others' brilliance. Hurry up, Bloom! Can't you even scatter flowers properly? Bloom, come, down, here!
Ordinary looks, poor talents, and an unremarkable background. Only when making a mistake might one be noticed, but that's about it. That girl was Bloom, just an ordinary person. Whether Bloom was present or not, no one seemed to notice. When given some responsibility, Bloom was always the last choice.
Again? Why are you always so slow, Bloom?
You see, it's because of me that we almost got penalized again.
As it turned out, because she had saved a little rabbit, despite the danger, Bloom arrived late and was scolded by the leader.
Even my parents think I'm a troublemaker. I just want to be a kind person. Why is it so hard?
And so, even after recovering from her illness, the little rabbit remained and became Bloom's pet Kiko. However, on a stormy, rainy night, Kiko suddenly disappeared. What happened? Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to find out. Despite the dangerous storm, Bloom rushed everywhere to find her little rabbit. Upon awakening, Bloom was startled to find 4 different versions of herself around her.
Who are you? Can't you see? I'm radiating such dazzling brilliance. I'm Sunbloom, the fairy who controls the power of light. Come on, Sun, don't frighten Bloom. I'm Flora Bloom, the fairy who controls nature. Are you feeling better now? I'm Musical Bloom, the fairy of music. Welcome to the group. Ice, hey. She's not much of a talker. Ice controls the coolest power of ice!
Through the explanation from trustworthy Flora, Bloom learned that they were connected through various parallel worlds. There were other Blooms, connections of Bloom. And in essence, everything similar in the remaining parallel worlds. The difference lay in the central subject's attributes and personality. They were Bloom, yet not quite herself. Bloom was excited about the story the girls told.
I never thought I would become such fantastic and exceptional versions. Everything serves the purpose of uniting the 5 elemental powers to fight the Terminator. Wait, she hasn't transformed yet. What?
Unlike the other versions, Bloom was just a regular girl. Her elemental power, her strengths, she didn't know any of it. Before the girls could console her, the danger alert system blared loudly. So, unprepared as she was, Bloom was still pulled into her first mission. Different personalities aside, when the battle began, the girls were united and coordinated effectively. They swiftly defeated most of the dark creatures. Only Bloom felt superfluous, clumsy and unable to contribute. She also wanted to help her friends, to prove she wasn't worthless. While the other fairies fought, Bloom ran tirelessly, unafraid of danger, to assist the creatures. It was then that she unintentionally locked eyes with a small demon, capable of stealing souls. In an instant, Bloom lost her rationality and no longer acted like herself. Upon waking from the illusion, Bloom found herself in a dire situation.
What's going on? Still asking? You did something good but don't remember?
At that time, the demon had used Bloom's soul to undermine the efforts of the remaining fairies. Flora even risked her safety to awaken Bloom. Though a mere accident, it ignited a flame of discord among the girls. Bloom returned to the base and withdrew herself from others. Despite the fairies' efforts to advise her, Bloom refused to join them.
That's enough. It's up to the leader now.
The leader informed them that all parallel worlds followed the same story. In that story, the magical fairies would lose their families and then grow strong together to fight the Terminator lurking behind it all.
So is it because Bloom's family hasn't suffered a tragedy that her firepower hasn't ignited?
Exactly. Without her suffering, she wouldn't attain the highest firepower. I will personally enact Plan B.
But doing so will only make her resent the organization.
Don't worry. I will seize the opportunity to merge all the powers, not giving Bloom a chance to do anything. Watch over her carefully. Wait for my signal. The leader and his creatures were to destroy Bloom's world to align with the plot. Want to rebel, do you?
We can't agree with you. If we commit deeds as wicked as the Terminators in the name of protecting the common world, how are we different from him?
Against the fairies' resistance, the leader didn't falter. He immediately imprisoned them all.
Do you all think I need you? Ha ha ha!
The leader had planned that if the common storyline unfolded and Bloom obediently joined the group, he could manipulate them to take over the world, all under the facade of benevolence. With things in such chaos, he had to reveal his hand and openly seize all their powers. The wicked leader never anticipated that, in the critical moment, a brave, fiery, mythical beast would appear.
Kiko?
It was another version of Kiko, Bloom's pet. More surprisingly, he was also the son of the dragon god, the leader's creature. When he went missing before, it was Bloom who saved his lost magic. Through Bloom's kindness and bravery, she prevented her world from falling into disaster.
Defy me, huh? Fine, don't blame me for punishing you all.
While the fire dragon resisted the leader, defending his family, the fairies fought with all their might to combine their powers, even without their magic bracelets.
Bloom, we need you! No, I can't. I'm powerless. Last time I caused too much trouble. Stop being self-doubt. Bloom, you do have power, and it might be the strongest of all. It's kindness and courage. People often overlook it, thinking it's ordinary. But when faced with evil or hardship, everyone will stand up to help. All our worlds feature the same story of meeting a magical creature, yet no one dares to help. Alright, you're the hero, totally worthy of being the Fairy of Fire Magic.
With those words of encouragement, Bloom gained the confidence to accept the support of the fiery mythical beast, activating her energy. Together, they created a magical flower, defeating the leader. From then on, the group of 5 magical fairies became close friends, continuing their mission to protect the common world, no matter the disparity in their abilities or personalities.
Today's story concludes. Thank you for your support.
Each view is a tremendous encouragement for us to create more interesting new stories. Don't forget to subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to help us reach 1 million subscribers soon. Now, share with WOA Fairy Tales your emotions after watching today's story. See you in the upcoming episode! Princess, she cared only about herself, disregarding everyone else. All she did was squander the royal treasury on buying countless bottles of perfume. With her mother gone too early and the king always busy, Remy became lost, unable to overcome the pain of her mother's loss. Moreover, she had a terrible trait of looking down on those of lower social status. The king, increasingly impatient with this spoiled child, wanted to marry again and have someone to educate Remy. What? You want to marry again? And on my birthday, you bring a bride into the castle?
Please understand, Remy.
No! I don't want a new mother, and I will never forgive you! To get back at her father, Remy used half of the royal treasury to organize a lavish feast for 7 days and nights. After indulging herself to the point of being dazed, Remy welcomed the king back, and her condition was worse than ever.
You are unbearable. I wish I had never had a daughter.
Unexpectedly, his wish came true. The entire kingdom forgot about Princess Remy, even her own father. Remy was cast out in utter confusion, taking only a few belongings and her cherished necklace, the only heirloom her mother left her. On her journey, she encountered a magical dragon. The grateful dragon followed him back secretly, wanting to fulfill the king's wish in return. It's all because of you! Quickly break the curse for me! Seeing her miserable state, the dragon finally made an exception. The curse could only be broken if Remy received a sincere kiss of true love from her genuine admirer. So Remy traveled far and wide, but her haughty attitude got her rejected everywhere she went. Finally, in a distant kingdom, Remy was lucky to meet a kind old lady. I have no money. I have nothing left. The old lady advised her to work as a servant in the royal palace. Thinking it would be an opportunity to meet the prince, Remy agreed.
You must bow to your superiors. That's the minimum respect.
I'll show respect when they deserve it. The haughty princess was punished by grooming the horses. I belong to the noble class. Why should I take care of these filthy horses?
Are you okay? Hey, be careful next time.
His gentle concern made Remy's heart flutter. She was certain she would get a kiss from him. We have to live together? No way! Leave me alone. I want to be by myself.
Hey, you shouldn't make noise. You'll wake up the head steward.
As he predicted, the head housekeeper appeared, and of course Remy was punished by cleaning the baths. Unexpectedly, Milo came to her rescue and helped her complete the task.
I used to be a rich master, but my family went bankrupt, so I became a servant in the palace.
You understand how I feel?
Yes, you'll get used to it eventually.
In the following days, Remy had to live as a true servant. She had to learn cooking, laundry, dishwashing, tasks she had never done before. When she was scolded, the other servants not only didn't mock her, but also consoled and took care of her. Remy gradually understood the feelings of laborers, working hard for a meager livelihood. She realized how she used to look down on them. Moreover, she missed her father and regretted her indifference towards him. Remy's friendship with Milo grew deeper. Perhaps he was the only one who understood her in this strange place.
I never imagined such a terrible thing happened to you. All right, I will help you kiss the prince.
Milo reported the prince's hunting schedule to Remy, giving her a chance to meet him in the woods. The cunning princess tried all means to get the prince's attention. Whenever she saw an opportunity during his afternoon tea, she positioned herself to serve him closely. During this time, despite being happy in her plan to court the prince, Remy couldn't help but be alarmed by the news of the disappearance of young girls in the kingdom. She feared she might be the next victim. One day, Remy asked Milo to teach her how to ride horses because she knew the prince had a fondness for it.
Ah! This horse is so rotten. I don't like it at all.
They rode the horse into a beautiful and romantic green valley. Remy told Milo about her deceased mother and how she couldn't overcome the pain.
If you're hurt once, the king must have been hurt 10 times. So, you should understand him and accept that he wants to find new happiness.
Truly, Milo was a kind and understanding person. Remy's heart began to flutter for him. But little did Remy know, Milo was also developing feelings for her. One day, Milo accidentally saw the prince leading a girl into the royal dungeon. Here, he learned about Dominic's sinister plot. It turned out that from the beginning, everything was part of Dominic's scheme. It turned out that Dominic knew about a necklace that held the souls of dark bull crows with the power to rule the world. Only the one who possesses it can unleash its power through true love. There were rumors that the necklace once belonged to a princess from another kingdom. Dominic's goal was to gain immense power and control the world. He needed the souls of young girls and the heart full of love of the princess who possessed the legendary necklace. The girl he had just taken was the last piece of the puzzle he needed. Moreover, when he saw the necklace on Remy's neck, Dominic realized she was the princess he had been seeking. When she learned how to love, the necklace's power would be activated. Then he would seize it and become the ruler of the world. The time had come.
In fact, all this time I have loved you. Please allow me to kiss you.
No! Don't kiss him!
Milo, what's happening to you? Milo used all his strength to free himself and rescue Remy before it was too late. Milo had confessed everything to Remy.
Shut up! He's just a jealous liar, a person of a lower class, unworthy of a princess like you.
Remy was extremely surprised, unable to understand how Dominic knew she was a princess. He was truly dangerous and wicked. Seeing Milo injured and weak but still wanting to protect her, Remy realized that even a princess like her could fall in love with someone like Milo. The necklace she possessed was a gift from her mother, and the only way to unlock its power was through love. Love was the solution to defeat all dark forces.
You're the one unworthy of me!
After the crazy event, Remy decided to stay by Milo's side. She also accepted that she might never return to being a princess. Unexpectedly, a magical kiss brought forth a miraculous spell. The curse made everyone forget about Remy, but it did not take away her princess status. The curse would only be broken when she married someone she truly loved, regardless of their social status. So when Remy agreed to marry Milo, the curse was lifted. Remy realized she needed to value the people around her and become a responsible princess.
In the realm of myths, the moon was always believed to wield an immensely profound influence over the vast ocean. Each night, the moon deities would cast their shimmering light upon the surface of the sea. At the same time, the sea nymphs, the ethereal spirits of the deep, would harness the warmth of that light to harness its power and create powerful tidal waves. Serena, herself a sea nymph, was entrusted with the responsibility of overseeing the ocean's domain and its underwater inhabitants.
Why can't I command the tidal waves like you?
Sometimes the young girl felt powerless in protecting the ocean's creatures from the intrusions of humans.
You shall gain the power to control tidal waves once you discover the cherished moonlight of your life. Just as the bond between the moon deity and me.
However, Serena's mother passed away prematurely, leaving her daughter in solitude. Serena, the young nymph, assumed her mother's role, perpetually awaiting the arrival of her cherished moonlight. And finally, that long-awaited day arrived.
Greetings, great sea nymph! A moon guardian. Indeed, I am destined to become a moon guardian once my mother's reign concludes, and so she sent me here to befriend you. Come on, take me for a spin. I'm not much of a swimmer, you know.
However, Serena found herself overwhelmed by Pandora's excessive friendliness.
Why is my soulmate so naive? I don't really like it.
But Pandora persisted undeterred. Every day she went down to the sea to play with Serena. She even assisted Serena in rescuing mermaids from the clutches of a marauding pirate ship. Gradually, Serena's heart thawed as she sensed warmth, kindness and purity radiating from Pandora. Embracing this newfound friendship, Serena's strength grew. Together, they embarked on a radiant childhood. This profound connection elevated Serena into the mightiest of sea nymphs, her water-controlling magic even surpassing that of her mother.
My strength emanates from this moon scepter. Hey, care to join me on a jaunt to the moon?
In unison, they channeled their power, conjuring a colossal ice staircase that led directly to the moon.
This marks my inaugural journey to the moon. This is my dear sister Luna.
The trio reveled in the resplendent moonlight city. Yet, this was also when Serena discovered the arranged engagement between Pandora and the Sun Prince Jason. The union of the moon deity and the Sun Prince was an obligatory tradition handed down through generations. Though unfair, Pandora couldn't ascend to the throne without marrying the Sun Prince. That was the rule.
My days are about to get busier.
She was obligated to collaborate closely with Jason to maintain the harmony of day and night on Earth.
And perhaps we'll only meet during full moon. Huh? Is that so?
Understanding that nothing lasts forever and all children must grow up, but Serena was still reluctant to bid farewell to the beautiful moments she shared with Pandora.
Accept this token. As long as you keep me in your thoughts, the necklace will forever glow.
Serena reciprocated by gifting Pandora a necklace, accompanied by a similar promise.
Huh?
Pandora, I've been searching for you everywhere. Oh, who's this?
Serena, my dearest friend.
Given the impending wedding preparations, Jason invited Serena back. Serena, restive, feared the end of enchanting times. Her fears were realized. Jason was a bad person with his overbearing nature. Since his arrival, the encounters between Pandora and Serena became infrequent. Whenever they met, he was always tagging along. Worse still, he intentionally dropped playful flirtatious words to Serena whenever he was near. And there was a strange aspect to this. He was oddly fixated on Pandora's moon scepter. Serena had warned about Jason's dubious actions on several occasions, but Pandora consistently dismissed her.
No matter how Jason is, I'll still marry him. How could you understand the expectations my family had placed on this wedding?
Blind love had clouded your judgment.
During the wedding, Serena secretly arranged to have a conversation with Jason.
If you hurt my friend, I won't spare you.
Is that so?
Unexpectedly, Jason seized Serena and kissed her.
Are you out of your mind?
However, it was too late. Pandora had witnessed everything.
Traitor! Leave! I never want to see you again!
Despite Serena's explanations, Pandora refused to listen. It turned out, this was Jason's scheme to drive a wedge between the two friends. Upon returning to the sea, Serena could no longer feel the tether between her and Pandora. And without that connection, the ocean's ethereal spirit would lose her might in the frigid loneliness. She envisioned a future where they might never cross paths again. She strove to rise, but creating a tidal wave was beyond her reach. As a result, she became encased in ice.
I'll miss you forever.
As for Pandora, after the wedding ceremony, Jason began to change his attitude.
From this moment forth, the moon scepter is mine!
Jason desired absolute control over both day and night in the mortal realm. He aimed to eradicate the Moon Kingdom, so that nothing could illuminate the human world during the night, and the sun would seize dominion over everything.
Was everything a trap? How dreadful!
Regret overwhelmed Pandora. Her ambition to become queen had led her to marry someone as vile as Jason. Her intention had been to gain authority and gradually reform the antiquated marriage tradition between the moon and the sun.
It's over. I've ensnared your fellow deities. No one can aid you now.
What is this?
Huh? Terrified that Serena might have faced misfortune, Pandora temporarily subdued Jason and plunged into the sea.
No, Serena! It's all my fault!
Their profound connection melted Serena's icy heart. The frost covering her form gradually dissipated, revealing her original splendid sea nymph appearance. Misunderstandings were vanquished.
You bring naught but trouble. I shall crush you and forever hold Pandora captive. Forever!
Huh? I shan't allow you to do whatever you want. No! Be careful, Serena!
Pandora summoned an extraordinary surge of power, releasing it to vanquish Jason permanently. However, he took her away with him, leaving Serena in profound sorrow. Following the events, the Sun Kingdom appointed Jason's eldest sister to rule. In an effort to redeem herself, she abolished the traditional custom of seeking marriage between the moon and the sun. Luna, Pandora's younger sister, stepped up temporarily to take her place. Every night, Luna would cast down moonlight to grant Serena absorbed strength. Yet, that radiance couldn't match Pandora's warmth. Serena's necklace continued to emit light ceaselessly, as she attempted time and again to search for her friend. However, her friend had now become completely distant, leaving behind no trace. Still, Serena persisted. With the necklace's glow enduring, she would forever await Pandora. Time flowed on, passing more than a century. Then, one day, the necklace suddenly went out, leaving Serena utterly disappointed. Just as she was about to give up, a miracle happened. Pandora was there. She had truly returned. Serena whispered to herself that everyone only has one kindred spirit, and once found, they would hold on to that person.
Mom and Dad don't love me anymore. Come in and play. It's even more fun in here. But first, you have to hit the subscribe button for WOA Fairy Tale.
That was Princess Lucy's fate from the moment she was born. She was destined to be the golden spoon holder. During her christening ceremony, many dignitaries gifted her precious jewels. But how could the little princess appreciate the value of such extravagance? The king and queen held hands, dancing to the music, leaving the cradle abandoned in a corner with the attendants. As Lucy grew older, her longing for a complete family grew. The king promised to teach Lucy horseback riding, but his busy schedule caused him to miss one appointment after another. The queen promised to take Lucy on outings, but she got lost in the world of parties, staying up all night, waiting until she fell asleep without realizing it.
Can't you spare some time for me, Mom and Dad?
Your mother will take you out, okay?
Why does it have to be me? You do it.
They shifted responsibility and blamed each other, making Lucy even more miserable. Lucy's 18th birthday was approaching.
Tomorrow is my birthday. I want to blow out the candles with you two.
Is it already Lucy's birthday?
How old is Lucy this year?
Lucy was thrilled, but in the end, her parents couldn't fulfill her wish due to unexpected work commitments. The king and queen only managed to leave a letter and a cake. Lucy was disappointed. She wanted to find a place to cry where no one could find her. She ran to an old warehouse and suddenly stopped. Some force was calling her inside. Curious, Lucy found a mirror covered with a cloth, surrounded by cobwebs and dust. Lucy pulled the cloth off, and she was startled to see a reflection of herself as a completely different person.
Hello, Lucy. Why? Are you in there? I'm Charlie, the one who lives inside this mirror. I have no friends, no family, and I can't leave here. That's just like me. Princess, do you want to explore in here? I have a gift for you. It will make up for the pain you've endured. Besides, the time in the mirror world lasts only an hour. You can go back home anytime.
Lucy also wanted to go to a place where no one could find her, so she agreed to Charlie's invitation. Lucy stepped into the mirror world and was overwhelmed by its beauty. Endless green fields, streams flowing with candy.
Everything here is edible. It's so magical.
Charlie led Lucy to a castle that looked just like the one she lived in.
This is the gift I'm giving you. Time is starting to pass.
As Lucy entered the castle, everything felt familiar. The king and queen were there as well. However, the difference was that the king and queen were made of bones.
My daughter.
Welcome back, my child.
The king and queen organized a birthday celebration for Lucy, and they all blew out the candles together. Lucy had never experienced such a warm and happy birthday. Suddenly, the clock struck, and time was up.
Let's go, Lucy.
In the real world, the king and queen expressed regret for not being able to attend their daughter's birthday.
I don't need these things. What I need is your love. I wish I could go back to the mirror world.
At night, Lucy secretly went to the warehouse to meet Charlie, and Charlie took her back into the mirror world to see her bone parents. Back in the mirror world, Lucy was welcomed and treated with things she had never experienced before. The king personally planted a beautiful flower garden for Lucy, and the queen cooked delicious meals for her. They took Lucy on outings and had fun together.
I want to stay here forever. I don't want to go back to that cold and lonely home.
Lucy's words were the key to allowing Charlie to leave the mirror world. All she needed was someone to take her place in this mirror world. In the real world, the king and queen panicked when they couldn't find Lucy in her room.
The princess is missing.
The king noticed a wish bottle filled with Lucy's wishes on her shelf. Inside, Lucy had written many wishes, hoping for a happy family, her parents' attention, all simple things she didn't have.
We've been terrible parents, causing Lucy so much pain.
Mom, Dad, I'm sorry for making you worry.
Our beloved, you're safe, and that's all that matters.
However, after that, Lucy displayed some strange behaviors. She didn't like looking in the mirror, and all the mirrors in the castle were destroyed. The maids who cleaned the house with shiny mirrors could reflect images, but Lucy always avoided them, afraid to approach. dishes that could reflect images were replaced with wooden ones. Once, the Queen took Lucy for a walk, and she was startled when she saw Lucy's reflection in the water. The Queen was scared, but she tried to remain calm, knowing that Charlie had hidden Lucy somewhere. The Queen revealed the truth to the King, that Lucy was an imposter. That night, both of them decided to observe Charlie's actions. Charlie approached the mirror and jumped into it. The Queen recognized the mirror. She had treasured it when she was pregnant with Lucy, almost like a precious heirloom. But later, they had acquired more beautiful mirrors, so they had thrown it into the warehouse. The mirror gradually transformed and created Charlie's persona. She envied Lucy for having both parents. In the mirror world, Lucy now appeared as Charlie. At this point, Lucy still had no idea that she was trapped there. Suddenly, the King and Queen rushed to push Charlie out of the mirror.
Run, my child! No, I won't go back. I'm loved more here than with Mom and Dad. Are you sure about that? What's happening?
Don't touch our daughter! Charlie, enraged, raised the mirror fragment to create another illusion, but the Queen struck her with a blow.
Leave this place quickly! You won't escape.
Lucy and her parents rushed to the mirror door connecting the two worlds, but the mirror did not display any swirling circle. Lucy looked at the virtual mirror fragment in her hand and plunged it straight into the mirror. In the real world, the mirror began to crack and to shatter. They had escaped from the eerie mirror world.
I'm sorry, my child. We were too thoughtless and selfish.
Lucy also realized that nothing good was necessarily perfect. All parents have flaws. It's about whether they recognize and fix them or not. The King and Queen, despite their imperfections, loved her unconditionally.
Forgiveness is a good thing, but forgiving betrayal is always a mistake. Everywhere was filled with joy at the wedding of Sophia and Cooper. She was the princess of the Kingdom of the Sea, never in love and only wanting to find a deserving person. And he was a talented prince, incredibly wealthy, sweet and polite.
Does anybody object to this marriage?
I object!
Things took a turn for the worse when Sophia's rival, the Princess of the Green Forest, appeared.
How dare you ruin my happiness, Grace? Today should have been my wedding, and Cooper should have been the groom.
Oh, my naive little girls. He had given them love, which made them willing to enter into marriage. They dreamed of a complete love, only to receive unforgettable humiliation.
You wretch! Were you the one spreading rumors to bring me here?
The overflowing emotions of passionate love and the pain of betrayal caused the two girls to react strongly. Why cry? Without me, there would be someone else. Because he was a deceitful prince, skilled at seduction and stealing the hearts of unsuspecting princesses. Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to follow the story. Avery worked as a server in a luxurious tavern. With her simple appearance and cold, indifferent nature, she seemed invisible to everyone. As she grew older, she became more indifferent, binding herself to a boring serving job. The tavern had a regular guest, Prince Cooper. Every month, he would bring a different princess to the tavern for a date. Avery despised Cooper because he reminded her of her father. Her father had abandoned her and her mother for another woman. Since then, she had lost faith in love and withdrawn into a dull life. Due to her deep hatred, Avery had tried many times to expose Cooper, but failed. But perhaps luck would come her way this time.
Do you know what he said to me? Without you, life has no meaning anymore.
So marry me instead! Oh heavens, that wretched man!
Avery joined them and revealed Cooper's previous deceitful actions.
This is too much. We need someone who can make him suffer and experience the feeling of betrayal. But who? He has charmed almost every princess in the world. Not every princess yet.
Although Cooper had visited the tavern many times, he had never noticed Avery. To him, she was just a commoner, invisible. They would transform her into the ideal girlfriend and teach him a lesson.
For someone accustomed to getting everything he wants, Cooper will be impressed by an arrogant princess. Mysterious and acting submissive at the right moment. Remember!
The first encounter with Cooper happened at the tavern again. Sophia and Grace secretly gave Cooper a mysterious drink that made him behave foolishly. Do you know? You're so attractive.
You're insane!
What is this? Wait a minute. According to the plan, this was when Avery appeared, leaving Cooper stunned with just one glance. In the following days, Cooper sought to meet Avery continuously. Avery maintained an unpredictable attitude towards Cooper. Sometimes friendly and open, sometimes cold and icy, confusing him. He was going crazy because he had never made so much effort before. Come on, Avery. When will you agree to go on a date with me?
You? I don't know what's true anymore.
What do I have to do to prove my sincerity? I really mean it. Suddenly, a thief appeared, and Cooper immediately stood up to protect Avery. Avery pretended to be moved and accepted his 100th confession of love. The plan was on its way to perfect success. Avery and her accomplices laughed at Cooper's foolishness. However, things were not as easy as she thought. Cooper was overly sweet and genuinely caring. He actively learned about her interests and tenderly took care of her step by step. They spent many nights talking to each other. Avery kept reminding herself that it was all just a play, and he was still a villain.
Remember his true nature.
Wake up!
On an unsuspecting night... Be careful, Avery!
Oh no, Cooper!
Avery caught him and helped treat his wounds. In this touching moment, a marriage proposal was just around the corner. Avery had prepared herself for a cheesy line he would say to countless other girls. But... Avery, I know I'm terrible, but for you, I will change. I want to be worthy of being by your side. Come on, let me show you this. Since childhood, I had been seriously ill and at risk of dying early. My mother made a deal with a demon to give me her remaining years in exchange for her revival. I couldn't bear it. Then sold my soul to the demon with the deal for my mother's revival. I swore to open the gates and bring the demon to the mortal world, using the broken hearts of the princesses as the main ingredient. I already have enough ingredients to complete the gateway, but I've decided not to open it anymore. Because now I love you! I want to live a redeemed life by your side forever!
Are these words true?
Avery began to feel conflicted about her revenge plan, and perhaps had developed some feelings for Cooper. She shared everything with Sophia and Grace.
Fantastic! This is evidence to put him in jail.
And we'll attend his wedding wearing bridal gowns.
Cooper and Avery's wedding was splendid. The promiscuous prince finally found his life's destination. Sophia and Grace secretly blended into the wedding to witness the perfect ending of their play. Thank you for giving me the chance to change. Please let me love you for the rest of my life. Avery became more and more confused. If she continued to deceive him at this moment, she wouldn't be any better than him. She gritted her teeth and finally revealed the truth that everything was part of a revenge plan by the betrayed brides. Betrayed brides?
You will repent in prison!
Ironically, fate punished Cooper severely. The one he loved couldn't be with him, and she made him taste extreme agony.
Why cry?
Suddenly, the demon crashed the wedding and unleashed his fury. It turned out that one of the demon's minions had secretly observed Cooper and knew that he had abandoned his plan to open the gates of hell. Therefore, the minion brought the gateway to the wedding and completed it. The demon decided to punish Cooper. Grace and Sophia called upon mystical creatures from the ocean and the forest to join the battle. However, the darkened Cooper was too powerful, and they couldn't defeat him. Seeing the image of a corrupted Cooper in agony, Avery realized that she had indeed developed feelings for him.
I believe in you. Don't lose yourself.
This made him recall the moment when his mother passed away. How do ye want me to become?
Become whoever you want, as long as you live with integrity and treat others kindly. That will always make me proud of you. Don't lose yourself, my child.
At this moment, Cooper saw his mother's image in Avery.
A sinful person like you deserves to go to hell with me!
No, Cooper!
But Cooper chose to atone for his mistakes. The shards of broken hearts scattered and returned to the deceived brides. There was one piece of a heart that he had given to the one he loved. After everything, Avery lived a positive and open life, ready to embrace love. Occasionally, she would remember Cooper and remind herself that true kindness could transform everything. She always had the choice to live a righteous life. Historia is a gentle, feminine princess, beautiful like a goddess. In stark contrast is the ruthless female vampire, Bellatrix. Surprisingly, these two share a special bond. Historia was molded into the ideal princess, whether she wanted it or not.
Historia! Stand up straight! Let your hair grow long. Wear more feminine dresses. Eat with elegance. You must smile. You must be kind. That's what it means to be feminine. That's what it means to be a princess.
Historia's goodness inadvertently led her to...
All right, you have to run now.
rescue Bellatrix, who would become a self-centered vampire queen. She transforms beautiful men and women into vampires. She devastates the human lands to expand her vampire territory. But after years of inconclusive warfare, she decides...
Kidnap the human princess to threaten them!
Bellatrix attacks Historia and the neighboring Prince Aaron during their excursion. Despite having weapons against vampires, Aaron and his soldiers are defeated. But Bellatrix and Historia are taken aback when...
You are that person?
Aaron seizes the opportunity to capture Bellatrix while she's distracted. He accomplishes a great feat and is rewarded with Historia's hand by the king.
Do I really love Aaron? Yeah, but I'm a princess. I have to obey.
But what Historia truly cares about is Bellatrix. She's kept as a hostage to negotiate with the vampire clan.
Her princess? Thanks for saving me back then, so I can go on to feast on human blood. Ha ha.
Bellatrix expected Historia to berate her, but...
This is food. Just tell me what you need. Just don't do bad things anymore.
Huh. Why? Aren't you afraid I'll capture you? Why don't you yell at me?
Ha! A princess can't do that. I have to redeem you, for everyone's sake.
Hypocrite! You hypocrite! Don't even try to deceive me!
Bellatrix has never known love. Her parents only wanted her to become a ruthless machine. Servants and humans used to fear her. The princess's kindness truly touches her. The following night, Historia visits the female vampire again.
Why the long face? Did your father get bitten by vampires?
Actually...
Due to a delayed meeting with Aaron, the princess is severely scolded.
They say I'm not a proper princess. I just bother them.
You hypocrite! I'm cruel, I'm selfish, but I'm definitely happier than you. If you can't think for yourself, then cry for the rest of your life.
Being a princess, it's not that easy, is it?
The next day, the princess has to meet Aaron.
I don't want to meet Aaron. I don't love him. Should I listen to Bellatrix? Aaron? I'm not feeling well. Can we skip our meeting today? Aaron agreed immediately. What should I do, huh? No one told me what to do?
For the first time, Historia has a day to herself, not having to play the perfect princess.
It's all thanks to you. I really appreciate your advice.
Nonsense!
From then on, the princess heeds Bellatrix's advice.
If you don't like the prince, why meet him? If long hair bothers you, cut it. If the dress is uncomfortable, change it.
Wow.
Oh my, she's so beautiful!
She's even more captivating than before.
Living as herself, Historia is much happier, even though some are alarmed by the change. The king tries to suppress Historia's rebellion, but when he scolds her...
Feminine? Act like a princess? Did you ever ask if I wanted this?
When she's imprisoned, she escapes in every way possible. In the end, the king is left with no options. It's no wonder that the princess becomes increasingly close to the vampire queen.
Thank you.
Thanks to Historia, Bellatrix gradually becomes more gentle and open. The two become friends, though Historia doesn't realize that it's all part of Bellatrix's plan.
Just a few more days, and when these wings are healed, Historia... No! I must escape from here!
Bellatrix's opportunity has also come.
Bellatrix? What's wrong, Bellatrix?
Vampires need moonlight energy, though they won't let me. I can't survive.
Historia can't bear to see her friend suffer.
So seriously injured. She probably can't escape.
The princess secretly gets the key to the cage. But carelessly, Erin sees her.
Hang on, Bellatrix. Just a little longer.
And just as the cage is opened... Bellatrix seizes the chance. She never expected that this room had been sealed.
Don't let Bellatrix escape! I know everything now! So, Historia, I never expected.
Huh?
The vampire queen is quickly captured. Before defeating numerous soldiers, causing both the king and his horsemen great injury.
Father, let me go! It's not what you think. I trusted you. I considered you a friend. How could you lie to me? Why?
Bellatrix remains silent. She understands the pain of disappointing someone who loves you. Both are brought to trial the next day for their heinous crimes. Bellatrix must atone immediately, while Historia...
I know the princess is innocent!
The evil vampire used the princess!
She's released immediately. Perhaps everything was orchestrated.
I'm sorry, Historia, I betrayed your trust. You're my friend. I really thank you. Live happily, Cardi, for yourself.
Historia realizes her friend has changed.
Run as soon as the cage is open. I'll cover for you.
But...
don't ask why.
No one realizes Bellatrix has been untied until the cage is opened.
She's not tied up! Shoot her! Shoot her now!
She quickly takes flight. But when she reaches the blue sky, the vampire feels something is amiss. Historia has been struck by an arrow, and it's unlikely she'll survive. Humans with such severe wounds often do not recover.
There's only one way. Turn her into a vampire.
The king reluctantly accepts the only option to save his daughter. Historia is revived with a new identity.
Father? Erin? Bella?
She becomes a vampire. Bellatrix is exonerated, but Historia must leave the human kingdom forever.
No. But...
I'm sorry. You're a good guy. But I don't love you.
Historia is no longer human, but she's happy because she's free to live for herself. Bellatrix, on the other hand, becomes a gentler vampire queen and starts caring about others. And the two of them, now more than just kindred spirits, remain together as close friends for eternity.